Yo, what's good, guys? What's good, guys? I'm just trying to get everything ready. Just give me 1 second. Let's go. Let's get the show on the road. Drop a like, guys, if you guys haven't already. Let's go. Yo, what's good, Pepino? What's good, Volcom? What's good? What's good? I'm gonna get this show on the road. Let's go. Sorry for the hold-up, guys. Just wanted to make sure the whole Wi-Fi was good. Volcon, what is up, my guy? Pepino, what is up, my guy? I hope you guys are all having a great day. I'm kind of losing my voice, so I'm just gonna get my water really quick. Give me 1 second. All right, let's go. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, guys. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Let's hope that my mic is good. Hopefully everything's going good. I hope everybody's having a great day. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to all my guys. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Yes, Pepe, and I got my smart water. It's because I went for a run. I went for a walk today. You know, I went to the park. You know, there's like a little bit of a lake there. You know, just sat there, stretched, went for a run, came back, and I'm back. And I'm back with some good UFC news. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already heard the news. So I'll start a poll. I'll ask you guys who you guys got. Or Tommy Aspinall. As you guys know, Tommy Aspinall is already a massive favorite. But we also have news of Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev 2, the rematch. So I think that this is going to be a very good fight. And I think it gives Alex more time, but I will say Alex fighting in Abu Dhabi, it's going to be a little bit more harder if it goes the distance. Now, let me catch up. Volcon, I hope you're having a great day. Let's go, my guy, Pepino. Assalamu alaikum, my ninja's Nate Diaz. Let's go. Ivan, what is good? Ivan, I hope you're having a great day, my guy. God bless. Obviously, right now, I was pulling up all this stuff, but let's get into the good stuff. I'm happy. Ben Askren has went home. Thank God Ben Askren has went home. I'm glad that he's healthy. I'm glad that he's come back. It's amazing what the human body can do with just such little time. You know, obviously he had to get the transplant, but I'm glad he's back. And he's back so soon. Obviously, we got Dana White announcing UFC 320 is stacked. Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira 2. Murat versus Sandhagen as the co-main event. Sandhagen finally gets his title shot rifled, #1 contender. And then Yuri versus Roundtree, which is going to be an absolute banger scrap as well. How many women you chased at the park today? It was actually kind of empty. I know a lot of people were playing tennis. They were playing tennis, going back and forth tennis. But it was actually very empty. I'd rather run at the park than run on the treadmill because the treadmill feels weird. It feels weird. It doesn't feel like I'm on the floor. But I hope you guys are having a great day. Let's go. So look, when I pull up UFC 320, right? These are the fights that are announced. Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev. More than likely, I'm going to be going Magomed Ankalaev to win. Dvalishvili Sandhagen, more than likely I'm going to go Dvalishvili. Obviously, we'll get right into it. We'll break it down. We'll do a hardcore breakdown. And then this is one of my favorite fights on the entire card. Yuri Prochazka versus Roundtree. We know Roundtree's coming off of that dominant win over Jamal Hill. Leg kicks just annihilated Jamal Hill. And he chewed up his leg. So we know that, you know, I think, especially if this is 3 rounds, I think may the best man win. It's going to be a very good scrap. Murat versus Sandhagen, bro, I love it. I love it as well. And then when we go to UFC 320 on Tapology, we already have Azad versus Mitraposo, which is already a banger. We already have that on the card. We have Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. And then we got Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida. If you guys didn't see, let me see if I can pull it up. Jailton Almeida said that his fight is a #1 contender fight, and he loves that it's on the same card. Let me get this straight. Jailton Maldinho Almeida. Look at what he said. He said, look, great to know that title fight will be on the same card as the title eliminator, Tom X Gon, title eliminator. So he's glad that this is going to be happening. Honestly, I got Jailton Almeida to beat Volkov. I already have Jailton Almeida to beat Volkov. But I do think that maybe Jailton Almeida versus Tom Aspinall is going to be a very good fight. I really think so. I was wrong. I'm guessing they doing Islam versus JDM at MSG. Yeah, I think so too. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I will say, I cannot wait. Like, the UFC has been cooking. We got 2 pay-per-views in October. I believe UFC 320, of course, and UFC 321. So, we've had that in International Fight Week where we had 2 pay-per-views. I love it when there's 2 pay-per-views a month. And then November is Madison Square Garden. Hopefully, Islam versus JDM. Yuri, let's go Yuri. Why Gane keep getting title shots? Let's look at it. Let's take a deeper dive. We'll take a deeper dive. Great question, Pepino. Have you guys watched the Superman movie? I still haven't watched the Superman movie. I know it's a good movie. I have to catch up. I want to watch it in the theaters, but you know, it's gonna be it's a good movie. I heard good things already about it. So Ciryl Gane's actually on a 2-fight win streak. If we're making the case for Ciryl Gane, why he deserves the title shot, obviously we have to look at the UFC rankings as well. By the way, how did you guys do on UFC 318? Did you guys did you guys do good on your bets? How did you guys do on UFC 318? Because I just barely broke even. I barely broke even on UFC 318. I think I made like what, 50? I don't think I made that much. Movie sucks. I heard it's anti something, so that's why I want to watch it as well. All right, so let's look at the rankings. So they're talking about Ciryl Gane. Why does he get the title shot? Number 1 contender. But let's look at the rankings though. Volkov, rightfully so. Volkov should have actually won that fight against Ciryl Gane. Sergey Pavlovich is fighting. I believe he's fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta. Waldo Cortez is climbing up the rankings, climbing up. If he can get through Sergey, he's up next. Obviously, Jailton Almeida versus Volkov, number 1 contender fight. So I guess, you know, I think it's timing. I think Ciryl Gane keeps on getting his title shot because of his publicity in France and the timing. I think the timing is as well very good. If you guys haven't, guys, just drop me a like, guys. Let me check. Yep, guys, just drop me a like if you guys haven't already. Let's go. I will say, I got Tom Aspinall maybe by submission or KO. I would like Tom Aspinall to get him in a heel hook, because we know Walter Walker has been getting heel hooks. He got 3 heel hooks in a row. Come on. We need another heel hook. All right, so let's look at the card. We have Asmat versus Mitch Raposo. Let's break it down. We'll break it down. He barely fights. That's facts. That's actually facts, Pepino. Facts, but number 1 contender. He's the number 1 contender. He reminds me of, you know who he reminds me of? Ciryl Gane reminds me of, who's the guy? Colby Covington a little bit. Kind of. Colby Covington. All right, let's go. Let's break down this card, UFC 320. Obviously, there's only 3 fights, but we got a couple of more news, so we technically have 6 fights to break down. As you guys know, Azat Maksum just fought against Tagir Ulanbekov in a fight where many thought that he was more competitive than they expected him to look. He looked very good. I believe it was 1-1 heading towards the 3rd round, and then Tagir takes it over. But a lot of people say that it could have went to Azat. No matter what, Azat's still on a 2-fight losing skid, losing to Charles Johnson 1 year and 5 months ago, and then Tagir Ulanbekov. When I look at this, I put it out there, and a lot of people were like, Mitch Raposo doesn't even deserve to be in the UFC. He's trash. He doesn't deserve to be in the UFC. But guys, obviously, I believe he took this fight on short notice against Andre Lima, went to split, and then he had a tough fight against Samadaji. Had some really good takedowns, but he just couldn't manage control. He couldn't keep him there. He kind of pushed him against the fence. And Sumadaji clearly won this fight, but we know that Sumadaji just recently lost to somebody. I can't remember who. Sumadaji just lost to Sumadaji lost to Charles Johnson in a pretty close fight, pretty good fight. Charles Johnson actually was taking him down. So we know Charles Johnson has a little bit better grappling than Mitch Raposo. I'm going to go Azat Maksum. I like Azat by decision, but eventually Azat's going to get a really good finish. Give me Azat. I'm going to go Azat by 29-28. 29-28. Now, do you guys remember when Alexander Rakic fought Magomed Ankalaev? That was a pretty good fight, and he kept on consistently crashing at his legs. Alexander Rakic, I think he has a very good fight right here in his hands. I think he's going to get right back into the win column. He's on a 3-fight losing skid, but to the best. And this guy went to war with Yuri Prochazka. He was winning that fight against Yuri. And then we'll talk about don't worry, guys. We'll talk about Magomed Ankalaev. We'll talk about all these fights coming up. Let me get the tab right here. We'll talk about these as well. So right now we're breaking down UFC 321. So there's no co-main event. Let me get the... Okay, I know we should have went in order, but right now we're breaking down UFC 321. Okay, so Alexander Rakic is back after 8 months. It feels like forever, honestly. He's 33 years old. He's on a 3-fight losing skid, 14-5 overall. I will say that loss to Jan Blachowicz is kind of like Arnold Allen losing to, Arnold Allen beating Calvin Kattar. Kind of like a little bit of a leg injury, you know. I don't remember if he checked it or not, but he did get hurt, and his leg wasn't able to, he couldn't put pressure right back on it. I think Alexander Rakic should be able to win this fight, but we know Azat is undefeated at 15-0, 36 years old. But when we look at Azat, guys, he has a lot of finishes. He's only won by submission once, but he has 8, 9, 10, 11 KOs overall and 3 wins by decision. More than likely, Rakic is going to have to weather the storm. We saw against HEREEE. Okay, when did this fight end? In the second round? I gave Rakic the first round. I was like, Rakic is winning. He should be able to win this fight. He's doing good. He's doing good on the outside, but HEREE's putting on too much pressure. And I was like, Rakic, let's go. Rakic 1-0, 10-9, Rakic first round. And then you see the pressure and HEREE just putting on the pressure and being able to put like almost like a snowball effect, like Max Holloway, snowball effect. And then Rakic he had to fold under that pressure. So no shame into losing to HEREE. We know HEREE's going to be fighting Khalil Roundtree. I think Rakic should be able to win this fight, but we know Azat's undefeated. I think Azat's going to be the favorite. 71.5-inch reach to 78. Rakic is 6'4". He does get tagged a little bit, but I still think he can win this fight. Rakic for the dub. I'm going to go Rakic 29-28. Let's go. Did Dana announce Tom versus Gane today? I missed it. Yes. I'll show it to you right now. What's up, Casual Degenerate? So, let me see if I don't want to get in any trouble with this, but Dana White announces UFC 320. It's stacked. He announced Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira, Merab versus Sandhagen, HEREE versus Roundtree. And if you don't know, he also announced Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane gets the title shot against the undisputed champion of the world, the heavyweight Tom Aspinall. I think it's going to be a very good fight in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi always gets blessed with these cards. Look at the card that we're going over. That we're about to go into. RDR versus Robert Whittaker. That card has just enough, potential to be as good as UFC 318. We know 318 was fun, but I think this card coming up in Abu Dhabi is stacked as well. These guys from Abu Dhabi always get some good cards on their hands. Always. You guys saw Macy Chasson versus Yana Santos. I think this is a very good fight. You know what fight that I like? I like this fight. Alexia Tarinara. She's back. And she's going to be fighting Luca Lukbomi. That's going to be an absolute banger fight. Alexia Tarinara is going to be fighting Luca Lukbomi. This is going to be a good fight right here. This fight right here is going to be a banger fight. This is two prospects going at it. Two real woman prospects. Fade Rakic, he doesn't like getting hit. Yeah, he doesn't. He does fold to the pressure as well. Good pick with Rakic. He's underrated. I like Rakic as well, and I feel like he's faced the toughest of the tough, but, anybody can win. Anybody can win. 36 versus 33. Give me Rakic. All right, now we're going to Alexander Volkov. We know the main event is going to be Ciryl Gane versus Tom Aspinall, so we'll break that down right after as well. Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida. I'll ask you guys right now who you guys got. Yeah, Gane, he kind of is a little bit one-dimensional. Alexander Volkov. I thought Alexander Volkov should have won that fight against Ciryl Gane, but the judges didn't think so. Guys, shout out to my guy Orange Cat. Orange Cat always says if you don't have it, get a water. Get hydrated. Let's go. It's been getting hot, so make sure you're hydrated. Let's go. Obviously, we got Ultimate Fighter tonight, so let me promote Ultimate Fighter. If you guys want to know where I'm going to be at tonight, you guys already know I'm going to be in Crossover stream later tonight. Let me go to Crossover. He's going to be doing Ultimate Fighter Companion. It's always fun over there at Crossover stream. I'm going to give Crossover a little shout out. 108 minutes. We got 108 minutes. That's how much time we have. 108 minutes. This is where I will be later tonight. Yo, what's good, Juice Man? What's up, Juice Man? If you're looking for Argenti, he will be back. He will be back. This is where I'm going to be later tonight, guys. I'm going to be in Crossover stream. Shout out to Crossover and the guys. They always put up some good content. So, Volkov versus Jailton Almeida. This is going to be a very good fight. In my honest opinion, I feel like Volkov should have already gotten his title shot already. He should have gotten his title shot. Look at the tear that Volkov was on. Can you imagine if Volkov would have gotten the nod? He's 12-5 in the UFC. He's paid his dues. He's been in the UFC since the beginning. Let me check. He's been in the UFC since 2016. I remember when he fought Derek Lewis. But look, this guy was on a 1, 2, 3, 4. He would have been on a 5-fight win streak if they would have just gave him the nod. That would have been rightfully so for a number one contender. We could have had Alexander Volkov versus Tom Aspinall. Maybe Tom Aspinall would have won either way. But I will say Volkov is a guy who needs... I would like to see him get a title shot, especially at heavyweight. But he's always getting fed to the wolves consistently over and over again. 38-11, 37 years old. One thing I like about Volkov is his fight against Jairzinho Rozenstruik. I believe he went 5 rounds with Jairzinho. So, no, who was it that he went 5 rounds with? I remember seeing Volkov go 5 rounds hard. He knocked out Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Guys, has Volkov ever gone 5 rounds or no? I feel like Volkov has been in the main event against Cyril Gane, right? Yes, right here, right here, right here. I remember seeing this fight right here. This main event. It's June 26, 2021. And I remember this main event. UFC Gane versus Volkov. I was very excited. This card was actually pretty good. Ovince St. Preux loses to Tanner Boser. This card was actually pretty good. And I remember the main event going all 5 rounds. This was a very good fight. And we're going to talk about this fight a lot because this ended up happening twice. They fought twice. So this was the first time they ever fought. Cyril Gane looked a little bit more dominant. He looked more dominant. He was kind of outclassing Volkov. But then the second time that they fought was way more competitive and the grappling was introduced as well. So I think Volkov is a lot better now. He's a lot better now, but I'm going to go Jailton Almeida. I'm going to go Almeida by... What do we do? Jailton, but I'm gonna say this, guys. Sergey Spivak, I don't know, but I remember Sergey Spivak giving Jailton Almeida a little bit of issues from round. I know he got finished in round 1, but I remember Spivak having a little bit of success in that fight. I don't remember exactly what. I'm gonna go Jailton Almeida. I'll go by, but guys, Jailton Almeida did get finished by Curtis Blades. Bad. I'm gonna go Jailton Almeida by submission or on points. Let's go Jailton Almeida for the dub. Let's go. Volkov for the win. He can definitely win, especially if he's looking like he did against Cyril Gane. I think one thing about Volkov is sometimes, he just needs to let his hands go. He needs to go. Don't start slow. No Peter Yan. Darnara is good. She's Amanda Ribas' friend, training partner. Damn. I actually didn't know that. I'm going to write that down so that I can bring that up in the Friday prediction video. Oh, by the way, Roman Kopylov. Guys, our 6-fight lock of the week streak is over. Our 6-fight lock of the week streak is over. We're about to break the record, go to 7-fight lock of the week. Ads, I'm sorry. Skip it. It's not me. Guys, we were about to be on a 7-fight lock of the week streak. And Roman Kopylov fumbled the bag. Paulo Costa was tearing up his body. Paulo Costa, masterclass. And he destroyed my boy Roman Kopylov. My boy Ataba Gutierrez is going to get back for me. Ataba Gutierrez versus Paulo Costa. Come on, Ataba Gutierrez. You got to get this back for me because Roman Kopylov sold the bag. Uselyis got Almeida. He loves huggers. I do. Did you guys see Taurus Finney? Taurus Finney is out. Let me show you guys. Taurus Finney is out of his fight against Azamat Bekov. Taurus the GOAT Finney. Azamat Bekov dodged a bullet. Azamat Bekov was going to get his ass whooped. Look, Taurus Finney pulls out. So if you guys don't know, Taurus Finney was supposed to fight this guy. Taurus Finney has an injury. He pulls out. This guy steps in. Welcome to the UFC, newcomer. I think he's going to be a great addition to the UFC. But I think Azamat's going to have to finish him in order to welcome him into the UFC. Taurus Finney would have whooped Azamat. Taurus Finney was going to whoop Azamat. Azamat got lucky. He actually got lucky. All right, so I'm going to go Jailton Almeida. I'm going to go by submission on points. Let's go Jailton Almeida for the dub. Now we're going to break down the main event. So, in order for me to break down the main event, I have to bring up both of their Tapologies separate. So, Tom Aspinall, Tapology. And then I'll pull up Ciryl Gane. Hang on, guys. Let me close some tabs. Oh, by the way, this card is gonna be good. Hang on. This card is gonna be good. Amir Albazi versus Taira. This is August 2nd. This is gonna be a good card. Very good card. Well, what's good, KZ? Wait, what's good, Hollow Heretic? What's up, my guy? I hope you're having a great day. Shout out, KZ. Shout out all you guys in the chat. Let's go. What's up, bro? Guys, if you guys don't know, KZ's been uploading some funny shorts, guys. Give him a follow. Show him some love. Let's go. If you're new, if you just came in, we're breaking down UFC 321. Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. So you made it just in time. Who wins? Alright, so type down below. Get your votes in the poll. Everybody, let's go. You just got Almeida facts. I'm sorry, Casual Degenerate. I got Volkov all day. Was robbed against Gane. Yeah, it could be a very good win for Volkov. I believe Volkov should be the dog. 100, what's up, Hollow Heretic? Let's go. Blades is a wrestler. That's why he stuffed the takedown and ground and pounded him. Fair. 100, Volkov all day. We got a lot of Volkovs. Kopylov, the parlay spoiler. It happens. Finney should be cut after that pullout. Azamat Bekov dodged a bullet. What up, Blood? What's good, KZ? W Casual. Good call, last card, brother. Let's go. What did he say? Kopylov was never my friend. Facts. Azamat would have killed Finney. Finney has 0 strike. But listen, he can hold you against the fence. That's Pereira's training partner, former kickboxing foe. Let's go. Aspinall subs this motherfucker. Easy. Damn. 100. Hollow Heretic, except Kopylov messed up my parlays. Let's go. What's up, KZ? What's up? Alright, so we got Tommy Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. So I'm going to pull up their last 5 fights. Sergey Spivak, Alexander Volkov, Curtis Blades. But then he ended up avenging his loss with Curtis Blades. Marcin Tybura, Sergey Pavlovich won the interim title. You guys know what Izzy says? Izzy says that when he won his interim title, the unification counts as a defense. But technically, this is going to be Tom Aspinall's first title defense. If I'm Aspinall, I would count this as my second title defense. We know he defended the interim belt. I believe not too many people defend their interim belt. I remember when Gaethje and Ferguson fought for the interim belt as well, and Gaethje threw the interim belt on the floor, and he said, I want the real belt, and he never ended up getting the real belt. Now we got Ciryl Gane, somebody who also won the, I believe, interim belt as well. He won the interim belt against Derek Lewis in August 7th, 2021, in a very good fight. He was on an absolute tear. He was on, in the UFC, 6-fight win streak. And then he gets the title, not title shot, but interim shot against Derek Lewis. And then he's trying to unify it against Francis Ngannou. Loses that fight. Fights Tai Tuivasa. A little bit of inactivity. Fights John Jones. A lot of inactivity right here. Sergey Pavlovich and Alexander Volkov. I'm going to go Tom Aspinall. I like Tom Aspinall by KO. Obviously, when we look at this, Ciryl Gane has never been knocked out. He's very technical. He should be on the outside. You know, the oblique kick is going to be a factor. Leg kicks are going to be a factor as well. And for some reason, I think Tom Aspinall is not going to finish him as fast as John Jones did. We know John Jones finished him in the first round. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. I think Tom Aspinall is going to finish him in like 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Or 2 minutes and 6 seconds. I feel like there's going to be something with John Jones where he's going to have something over Tom Aspinall. He's going to fight Ciryl Gane. John Jones is going to be watching. And I feel like John Jones, even if Tom Aspinall doesn't finish him as fast and he's 1 second, 2 seconds after. We saw John Jones tweet against Israel Adesanya after he fought Jan Blachowicz. He was trying to say, and this guy, Israel Adesanya, was going to fight me. So John Jones is very petty and he will definitely be watching this fight. I don't think it matters how fast Aspinall finishes him. I just think it matters about Aspinall winning. We do not want Aspinall to lose. Because then John Jones is going to be laughing. I'm going to go knockout Tom Aspinall. Yo, Casual Degenerate, let's go. Let's go. I believe AJ's going to be live too. He's going to be breaking down all the news, so I cannot wait for that. KZ, you think he wins by sub, not knockout? What's cracking? On my way to the gym for the first time in forever. Let's go, KZ. Shout out to KZ. If you guys don't know, guys, KZ actually teared his ACL because he was doing a spin kick. He was doing like a spin kick on a bag, which he actually hit successfully. But on the way back, he did end up tearing his ACL. But he will be back. He's going to the gym. So he's already back to recovery. Recovery's on the way. 50%. 50%. Congrats on the recovery. Get that money, bro. Let's go. Casual, I feel... Casual Degenerate, let's go. I feel like it's a path of least resistance. Gain can't grapple. That's true. What's good, fam? What's good, Holes and Dan Sock? What's good? KZ MMA. What do you mean? You don't like KZ? Let's go. So I'm going to go Tom Aspinall. Give me Tom Aspinall by KO to be the first man to ever KO Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane's lost one fight by decision against Francis, and he got submitted one time against John Jones. Two guys who have held gold, have touched gold, and are very, very elite. I feel like Ciryl Gane's going to be able to survive at least over 2 minutes and 3 seconds. I'm going to go Tom Aspinall to get his 12th KO in the first round. This guy doesn't have a KO win out of the first round. He has a 100% finish rate. If he goes to the second round, he's more than likely going to submit you. So maybe Tom Aspinall by KO or submission. I like that as well. Let's go. Now we can break down. Obviously, we got this tier list. You guys remember this tier list? We broke this tier list down, I believe like a month ago. But I think this is very, very accurate now. Very accurate now. Let's go to... We already broke down UFC 321. Let me just exit out these tabs. We're going to break down UFC 320. We're going to break down UFC 320. I know we didn't go in order. I broke down UFC 321 first, and then UFC 320. We're going to break down UFC 321. Let me get this. Okay, so UFC 320, October 4, 2025, Halloween, same month as Halloween. One of my favorite holidays. We got Macy Chiasson, Yana Santos, Joe Pyfer, Abus Magomedov, and we got 3 more fights. So we got 5 fights to break down, and I think this will be very good. No, like, hey. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, let's go. I know KZ from ITP. Let's go. Shout out to ITP. I know that he's been streaming a lot. I actually just saw him yesterday. I think Bodak rated him. Shout out to Bodak as well. I was watching Bodak earlier. Bodak was cooking. I thought you were disagreeing that Gane's grappling isn't bad. I think Gane will be passive and try to point fight Tom. Tom should grapple or use clinch to close distance and land big strikes. Yeah, you know Ciryl Gane's a very good point fighter. I look at Ciryl Gane as one of the best point fighters in the UFC. Alright, so let's break down this card, UFC 320. Let's go. I agree, Ivan. This is crazy take, but I think Derek Lewis has Aspinall's number. I hate Derek Lewis. I'm not going to lie. I hate Derek Lewis. I'm tired of Derek Lewis. I never want to see Derek Lewis again. He mooned the crowd. I'm scarred for life. I don't want to see Derek Lewis again. Alright, so let's break down UFC 320. Let's go. Dan Sock, let's go. Alright, so I think this is going to be a very good card. We got 5 fights to break down. 5 fights to easily break down. Let's do it. Let me know what you guys have ate today. Let me know what you guys ate today. Tell me what you guys ate today. I'm not going to lie. I started the stream a little late because, I'm not going to lie. Something actually took me off guard. Alright, so Macy Chiasson versus Yana Santos. Goldie said LOL. So I texted Goldie. You know Goldie? You know I Miss Goldie? So I Miss Goldie, the one with the golden one. So he found out that Taurus Finney versus Asma Bekov was canceled. So I was like, Taurus the gold. I said, because I told Goldie, because Goldie hates Taurus Finney. So I was like, Goldie, let me see exactly what I said. I said, Let me see. Let me see. I told him. So he said, no, I knew it was going to be true. For fuck's sake, what a B. And he called Torres Finney a B word. So I said, Goldie, the GOAT Finney will be back soon. Alright, let's go. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really hate Derek Lewis, but it's because of the early stoppage. Alright, so let's go. Lewis' only shot is his big shot, facts. I hate his dumb... Whoa! Who are you talking about, Dan Sock? Aspinall versus Lewis next. I hope then Aspinall will have a win over the guy who has the most KOs in the UFC. Facts, Hollow Heretic. That's a good stat. That's actually a very good stat. To knock out the knockout king. Chason be able to gigantic lesbian. But remember, Macy Chason couldn't defend a takedown for her life against Ketlin Vieira. For her life. Let me move this right here. What's up, Kobe? I called that Max Masterclass perfectly. Pretty perfectly. You did, bro. You did. You called it, my guy. You called it. Respect to you, my guy. What did you think? Were you nervous when Dustin dropped Max? Did you think Max held back a little bit? Did you think Max looked phenomenal? Do you think Max deserves a title shot? What do you think is next? Max versus Oliveira? What would you like to see? This guy said, he says, I like DC, Alex Caceres, Aljo. I like Torres Finney. Torres Finney is the GOAT. Derek, what did he say, though? I don't know what he said. All right, so let's break it down. Yana Santos was on a 3-fight losing skid 4 years ago to Irene Aldana, Holly Holm, and Carol Rosa by split. We know Carol Rosa couldn't defend a takedown as well against Luana Santos. I don't really rate Carol Rosa that highly. She lost to... Oh, no, she didn't lose to Luana. She lost to Eileen Perez. So I thought Carol Rosa was pretty good, but she didn't end up putting a good performance in her last time out. I think Yana Santos is on her way out. She's 34 years old, 136. How many times can she keep cutting weight? You know, you get bigger, you get older. 5'11". She fought at 144. I believe this is going to be taking place at 135. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. 10-4 overall. One thing about Macy Chiasson is she couldn't defend a takedown if her life depended on it. And more than likely, she's probably going to lose by decision if she's going to lose. She has gotten submitted once and TKO'd once. Notable performances I like are Mayra Bueno Silva. I know Mayra was winning that fight, but she did end up facing adversity and cutting her. Penny Khanzad. Norma Dumont. How good is that split decision win over Norma Dumont now? Because Norma Dumont, if you guys don't know, Norma Dumont is fighting for the title. I think she... No, she's not fighting for the title. Norma Dumont is fighting Raquel Pennington. Yeah, no, she's not fighting for the title, but she's in a number one contender fight. So Norma Dumont is very good. I hate picking Macy Chiasson. I feel like every time it's a gamble, but I'm going to go with the younger, more athletic fighter. She's only younger by 1 year, but I feel like she looks younger. Her body's more athletic. I'm going to go Macy Chiasson to hopefully work on her takedown defense and be able to defend a takedown because we know Yana Santos is going to bring it. One thing about Yana is she can definitely win a decision, and that's her bread and butter. That's her path to victory. Give me Macy Chiasson. I'm going to go by decision, 29-28. Low confidence because Chiasson, you sold me my parlay last time. Derek is with John for S tier cringe. I know what you're saying, though. Yeah, I thought Max was fucked afterwards, but he recovered afterwards. Yeah, Holloway win made up for the Holland and Ige fight for me. Let's go. Facts. Max is getting better. His power has increased, and he's still just as fast. Let's go, Casual Degenerate. Let's go. I agree. The kicks were a factor. With an X factor, he threw more kicks in the first minute than he did in the entire fight. That's actually facts. And you know what? Now I remember, bro. I remember when you were bringing it up. I forgot what you were saying earlier, but now I remember what you were trying to say. Because now I remember you brought up the second fight as well. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That was last week. You called it, actually. Chiasson did a whole lot of nothing last fight. Quick turnaround. I got to pick Santos. Oof. This is a very quick turnaround. I forgot to mention that. Shout out to Hala Heretic. Very quick turnaround. And one thing that's very important is momentum. She's on a 2-fight winning streak versus her trying to break her. You know, she doesn't want to lose 2 in a row. So she's got a little bit more pressure on her shoulders. Vieira way bigger and better than Yana Santos. That's fair. Have they fought? That's fair. That's actually fair, KZ. That's a good point. Good point, KZ. You convinced me to pick Yana Santos. Just joined. Sorry if it's already been said, but it kills me that Dana was saying that they're gonna make it right to Volkov after he got robbed, and now he's just fighting a young contender, and Gon's here now. Yeah, Ethernet. Shout out to Ethernet, because Ethernet is cooking. That's actually facts. One thing is, Dana, sometimes he makes promises, and then, it's kind of like a half-ass promise. And, we were talking about that earlier. They are doing Volkov dirty. Volkov should have got the nod. If he would have got the nod, I think he would have been on a 5-fight win streak, and he would have definitely had been talks for the title. And this is like starting all over from rock bottom. I think he could put up a good performance against Ciryl Gane, though. I really do. I think Volkov is, I think he's very good. He's not near his prime. He's not in his prime. But I think he's going to give Jailton Almeida some issues. Fact, shout out Ethernet. We love Derek Lewis. We need a little bit. yeah, he's better than Bryce Mitchell. He's better than yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, he only threw 2 kicks in their second fight. Knew he could add that for this one. Just didn't think he'd hurt Dustin as much as he did. And I saw like a breakdown where he pulled down Dustin's, when Dustin's going like this? He pulled down Dustin's arm and then he shot right through the middle. I was like, damn, this guy. I thought at first I was like, whoa, is Dustin a little chinny? Like, is he not the same at, whoa, what happened to Dustin's chin? But then I was like, nah, he didn't see it coming. It's the punches that you don't see coming that drop you. Yeah, they made Volkov versus Jailton. Let me tell you, Kobe. So, Kobe, this is UFC 321. UFC 321. Azat versus Mitch Raposo, Rocky versus Asma Mirzakhanov, and Volkov versus Jailton Almeida on the main card. And we know that the main event to UFC 321 is Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane. Now, when we go to UFC 320, which is what we're breaking down now, there's a couple of more fights that we know because it's earlier, it's more closer to our date. I'm going to go Macy Chiasson by decision, 29-28. Let's go Macy Chiasson for the dub. Let's go. Alright, guys, give me 1 second. Alright, let's go. I can't believe my lock of the week streak lost. I shouldn't have locked Roman Kopylov. I shouldn't have locked Roman Kopylov. It feels like Bo Nickel. It feels like when I locked Bo Nickel. Or like, you guys know I had lock of the week as Charles Jourdain over Gene Silva. And Gene Silva missed weight, so I was like, oh, it's over. It's over for Gene Silva. I didn't know who Gene Silva was at the time. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. An absolute banger matchup. I will say, this is a fight that... Oh, they added all the fights. They added them. Shout out to Tapology. While we were talking, all you have to do is press refresh. And boom, they added all 6 fights that are confirmed. Let's go. Makes my job a lot easier. Thank you so much, Tapology. Shout out to you guys. So it says this is going to be in the main card. I don't know if this is going to be in the main card. Dang, Volkov got cucked. Yeah, but you can't give him a title shot because he did lose that fight on paper. So he would have to fight somebody. But he did get cucked. Whoever wins that is true number 1 contender, though. Facts. Dude, I feel the same way. If I hadn't locked in Kopylov, I would have been plus money. Yeah. Shout out to you, Casual Degenerate. It's hard to pick these fights, brother. No shame in the bad luck. We come back better. Holla Heretic, let's go. Holla Heretic, let's go. 320 is a solid-ass card, yeah. And we just need a couple of more fights. What's good, though? Too Lit MMA, what's good, my guy? If you guys don't know, Too Lit wants to get on Street Beefs. So we're trying to get Too Lit MMA on Street Beefs. Barry McCrockiner. What's good? Colby stream as casual. Colby, stream casual. I love your guys more than my real family. Let's bounce back this week. Let's go, Barry. Let's go. Barry, you had a great podcast, man. I love watching you guys, all 3 of you guys. It's always a treat. And you guys always crack some nice jokes. You guys crack some pretty good jokes as well. If you guys don't know, he's on the comparison. I'm going to shout it out right now. Capper comparison picks. I know this is like a every week thing. Every week we do the same thing, but man, I got to give the credit where it's due. I'm trusting Shabazi and Petrosky has better takedowns than Muniz. Get me in a fight. Get me a fight. We're going to get it for you. I'll be your manager, Too Lit. I'll be your manager. I'm trusting Shabazian. Petrosky has better takedowns than Muniz. All right, so let's go. Let's break it down. Edmund Shabazian, he's on a 2-fight win streak. He has momentum on his side. Andre Muniz just lost to Ikram Alaskara by KO. But guys, Ikram is him. Ikram is him. I know Ikram got knocked out by Robert Whittaker, but Ikram is very good. I will say Ikram did break his toe. That's why he pulled out of his fight against Bruno Ferreira. But when we look at Andre Muniz, guys, one thing about Andre Muniz is he's very special in his submission game. BJJ black belt, 13 subs in the first round, 14, 15 subs overall. But he's kind of like a submission or bust. If he doesn't submit you or finish you, he's more than likely going to have a little bit of issues trying to win the decision. 6-3 in the UFC. His most recent loss to Ikram. And look at how many times that was scheduled. Cancel bout, cancel bout. Then when he finally fights him, he gets knocked out. He had a lot of time to prepare for that fight. He did win over Jung Young Park. I thought that this fight was ugly. This fight was ugly. Jung Young Park versus, man, what card was this? This card was, oh man, this card was, I remember seeing this fight. This was on the main card. I was like, Jung Young Park was a minus 220, I think, minus 300. I took Jung Young Park by decision, and man, Andre Muniz just kept on taking him down. I believe the reversals, controlling Jung Young Park. And we know Jung Young Park, did he just win his most recent fight? He did against Ismail Nuradiev. So Jung Young Park is very good. I will say Andre Muniz does struggle to get it to the ground, but if he can control, control. Edmund Shabazi, when I look at Edmund, guys, you guys remember when he dropped Gerald Meerschaert? This guy dropped Gerald Meerschaert, and what does he do? He jumps right into his guard. Edmund Shabazian just dropped Gerald Meerschaert, and he jumps into his guard. I remember when Edmund Shabazian fought Derek Brunson. Look, Edmund Shabazian had hype. He had hype. Coming from the Ultimate Fighter, it's 2018, 2019. He's on a tear. He just beat Brad Tavares by KO. Not many people knock out Brad Tavares. He's going to be fighting Derek Brunson in a UFC Fight Night. Main event, 5 rounds. And man, was this an ass beating. Man, did Derek Brunson show Edmund Shabazian levels. First of all, this card was bad. Look at the co-main event, Jennifer Maia versus Joanne Wood. This card is bad. But I remember when Derek Brunson showed Edmund Shabazian levels. I like Edmund Shabazian, but he's kind of like a KO or bust guy. We can say that this fight doesn't go the distance. One thing for sure, this fight doesn't go the distance. I see 100% Shabazian by decision. I like Edmund by KO or submission. But more than likely, Edmund doesn't really have a lot of submissions. He only has 1 sub. The only person that he was able to submit was Jack Marshman, who's 23-10. All right, give me Edmund Shabazian by KO. I'm going to go 3rd round TKO, maybe 2nd or 3rd round TKO. Let's go. What's up, Hernanov? Making the walk. What's good, Making the Walk, guys? Shout out to Making the Walk, guys. Making the Walk is a beast. He's also friends with Crossover, Sterling, all of them. They always provide very good content as well. And he was on the Bodex show as well. Very good performance for Making the Walk on the Bodex show as well. Let's go, my guy, Making the Walk. Shout out to you. Remember when Andre Muniz was solid, up-and-comer, potential contender? Facts. Andre Muniz was a guy who I thought, I really didn't think he was all of that, but I did know about him. I did know about him. After he beat Eric Anders, Uriah Hall, I was like, okay, who is this guy? I got to see who this guy is. I'm going to go Edmund Shabazian by KO. This kind of surprises me. I thought it was Andre Muniz by decision. But, I will say if he jumps into Andre Muniz's guard, I'm done. If he jumps into his guard, I'm done. I'm never picking Edmund again. All right, so now let's go. Yeah, 100 is crazy. 100. There was I think there was 70% of people picking Daniel Zellhuber over Michael Johnson. And man, Michael Johnson was even talking to him. Michael Johnson was talking to Zellhuber, and Zellhuber at the end of the fight, he's all happy and stuff. And Zellhuber's but you lost that fight. Alright, so now we're on the fight that was announced today. Jiří Procházka is going to be fighting Khalil Rountree. Let me look at the rankings in order to see how high they are. We getting momentum and money right now. Let's go. Let's go, Too Lit. Park win is impressive. Yeah, it's impressive. I will say it was kind of sloppy, though, in my opinion. Edmund has had some... Edmund had some hype. Facts are none of. 100 is crazy. Facts, Hala Heretic. When he snapped Jacare's arm, I forgot about that. Let's look at the rankings, guys. Let's look at the rankings. All right, so Jiří Procházka's ranked, what, number 3? What is Jiří ranked? Number 3? I don't remember what Yuri's ranked. By the way, the 205 division is actually looking good now. We got Dominic Reyes creeping up as well. Dominic Reyes, the dark horse of the 205 division. Yuri Prochazka number 2 versus Khalil Rountree number 4. Wow. Wow, number 2 versus number 4. Damn. I feel like Yuri should be number 1 contender, but we know Alex is fighting as well. He's fighting for the number 1 contender. Let's go. Johnson beat that ass. Yeah, he did. He showed levels. So he'll be a straight pendejo. Facts. Prochazka lock future sequence. What's good, my guy? What do you think, though? You think Prochazka by decision? What do you think? Or inside the distance? Banger. I'm so hyped for Yuri to show levels. Khalil just not on the same tier for me. Banger for KZ. Banger. Facts, KZ. Yuri, by the way, let me give a shout out to Hernanov's ex. Guys, Hernanov is going to be... Hernanov, if I'm shouting out the wrong X, let me know. But guys, Hernanov is going to be like on X. You know, he's going to be trying to get more impressions and stuff. So he's going to be like a very iconic figure. He already is on the X community. Let me see. Alright, guys, so give Hernanov a follow on X, guys. Hernanov's gonna be cooking. He's already cooking on X. Give him a follow, guys. Give him a follow. Let's go. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, so let's go. Let me go back here. Yeah, shout out Hernanov. Shout out Hernanov. Shout out Hernanov's X. Yuri versus Rountree, in my opinion, 50-50 fight. I know MMA math doesn't always work, but he looked better against Alex than what Yuri did. Yeah, he did. That's actually facts, Ivan. Ivan, that's actually facts. He did look better against Alex. That's actually facts, Ivan. Yuri got caught. Khalil got outclassed. Hello, Heretic. Shout out Hernanov. Appreciate the love. Let's go. I follow back. Yeah, guys, he follows back, guys. Come on, give him a follow. All right, and he has a funny profile picture too, guys. Drop a like, guys, if you guys haven't already. Currently, we're breaking down UFC 320. You guys know the main event's going to be an absolute banger. Ankalaev versus Pereira 2. Let's go. Yuri Prochazka, as my guy Ivan said, Khalil Rountree did perform against Poatan a lot better than Yuri. But obviously, style makes fights. 31-5-1, 14-6-0. One thing I will say, guys, is Khalil Rountree did lose to... he has a loss to Marcin Prachnio. We saw Marcin Prachnio just get submitted by Dustin Jacoby. I'm just bringing up the red flags. Marcin Prachnio knocked out by Ian Cutelaba, knocked out by Johnny Walker. He got subbed by Tyson Pedro. You guys know Tyson Pedro, the one with the sword. And he does like this celebration with the sword. I remember Tyson Pedro, he retired. Andrew Sanchez, he lost. And then he lost on the exhibition to Corey Hendricks by sub. When I look at Rountree, I feel like the majority of the times that he struggles is against people who are a little bit faster or they have a little bit more power than him. Khalil Rountree does have a lot of success if... you know, because of his durability. He's very durable. You know, another guy who's very durable, Yuri Prochazka, 31-5-1. When I look at all of Yuri's losses, they're all inside the distance. You got to knock him out if you're going to win. Majority of the time, he's either going to finish you or you got to finish him. And that's why so many people love Yuri. He was 11-1 in Ryzen. I remember when he went to the Ryzen and Alex Pereira and Yuri were like, they were playing drums. Like they had like these drums and they were doing the drums for the walkout. So he's very respected in the Ryzen community. He's coming off of one of his best performances yet against Jamal Hill. Very, very good masterclass on Jamal Hill. He was too clean, too fast, too smooth for Jamal Hill. He did get knocked out against Pereira twice. But you know what? I'm going to pretend like this didn't happen. He did beat Alexander Rakic in a fight where, you know, he lost the first round. Beautiful win over Glover Teixeira as well. The only thing is, I don't know if Yuri's going to be able to finish Khalil. Khalil's very durable. You know, I know he did get finished by knockout 3 times, but I don't know if Yuri's going to finish him in 3 rounds. I know Yuri's going to look good, but those leg kicks add up. You know, the one thing about Yuri, he doesn't check leg kicks at all. Yuri Prochazka does not check leg kicks. Rakic was landing them all day. Poatan was landing them all day. In fact, Poatan went downstairs and then he went upstairs, landed to the head. I believe Poatan dropped him in the first round at the beginning, and then he dropped him at the beginning of the second round and he finished him. Leg kicks, if Khalil Rountree starts hammering the leg kicks, the body kicks, the leg kicks, he doesn't have to be the faster fighter. You can attack his mobility of Yuri Prochazka, but you only got 3 rounds to work. What is this, bro? 100% are going Yuri by KO. This is fake. This is fake. I'm going to go... 100% are going Roundtree by KO. I'm going to go Yuri Prochazka. I'll go by KO or on points. I like the double chance. Just because I don't know if Yuri's going to be able to finish him. But you guys let me know. I favor Yuri's improvement way more. I haven't seen Khalil improve, and the experience and the level is so different. Khalil beat Anthony Smith and Jamal Hill. Facts. On paper, Yuri Prochazka should be able to just put on a masterclass. Goat shit, like and sub. Let's go. 2 Lit MMA. Bro, I'm leaning Khalil. Fake news. Facts, KC. Yuri and Coleman wore diapers at Ryzen. Yeah. Yeah, they had the drums. And you know they're respected because, you know, for Ryzen to let you do that, it's like the gong, the master gong. You know, to hit the gong, you have to have a lot of respect. Let me blow my nose, guys. Let's go. Speaking of leg kicks and leg kicks adding up, KC, Yuri finished Hill in 3 versus Khalil kicking to a 5-round decision with Hill, who was arguably worse after his Alex and Yuri fight. Let me read that again. Yuri finished Hill in 3 versus Khalil kicking to a 5-round decision with Hill, who was arguably worse after the Alex and Yuri fight. That's facts. That's facts, Hollow. That's facts. But I will say styles make fights. Styles make fights. My leg is so fucking weak. Let's go, KZ. Push it to the limit. We push it to the limit, KZ. We push it to the... Not too much. Because you're recovering, but... The fact that you're even in there, let's go. I remember when KZ was fighting Parlay, he's like, I gotta close my window. I'm just gonna fight you while I'm closing the window. Khalil also landed landed a bunch against Hill. Also can't disparage Khalil's win over Hill because Yuri also just beat Hill in his last fight. Let's go, Ivan. I got Yuri. Let's go, Hernanov. I'm doing leg extensions on the lowest weight with a bad leg and it's hard as shit. Let's go. Bro, I remember when I messed up my knee, I couldn't squat. I had the bell and I couldn't squat. I couldn't squat all the way down. I was like, what the fuck? So, Casey, I know what you're like. That's impressive, bro. Let's fucking go. I see an early finish by the way both fight. Facts. You know what? Maybe you guys can take this fight doesn't go the distance. You working out, KZ? Can't wait for that one. It's going to be a great fight. I like both Yuri and Khalil. May the best man win. Facts. Kind of like Dustin and Max. May the best man win. Guys, in this fight, give me Yuri Prochazka. I like him by KO on points. I wouldn't be surprised if Yuri wins a decision. Let's go. Now I don't know why the bout order got like this. I feel like Yuri should have been above Joe Pyfer and Abus Magomedov. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sorry, guys. Sorry. By the way, if you guys haven't, I dropped a prediction video. You know, I think you guys already know what I'm picking. You know, I'm going Reiner de Ridder so far over Whittaker. It's going to be a good scrap. That card is stacked. Let's go. Facts, Ivan. Facts. Abus Magomedov. Let's go. I'm going to get something to drink, guys, so give me 1 second. Alright, guys. Let's go. Let's go. I got my blueberries. I got my blueberries on deck. My blueberries. I got my strawberry. Let's go. You guys know blueberries is actually one of my favorite fruits. So let's go. Are you dialed for this card? Like, am I excited? Got approved for PT and rehab. Congrats, KZ. Let's fucking go. Facts are not off. Are you down for this card? UFC 321 I'm excited for. UFC 321 I'm excited for. Especially, you know how we have Dricus versus Hamza. It's going to be a very good fight as well. I do think that the card that's coming up, Rainer de Ridder versus Whittaker, is going to be a banger card. I think it's going to be amazing. It starts at 12. You know, we get to wake up and watch fights, eat breakfast and watch some fights. I think it's going to be a very good fight. What about you, Andre? Chad, we're dialed in. Let's go. Pyfer too strong for Abus. Pyfer ends Abus. But he couldn't finish Gaslam though. People fell off on Whittaker. Is it because he lost against Hamza? It doesn't seem right, I guess. That is who I'm betting on then. Robert Whittaker, let's go. Yeah. You know I'm going to have Robert Whittaker in one of my parlays too. He got destroyed by Chimaev. Bro, did you see how Whittaker tapped? Whittaker got so scared. Bro, when Whittaker tapped, obviously I know he broke his teeth. But the first time watching it, I was like, bro, it's like he got so scared of the rear naked choke. Yeah, facts. Pyfer was unimpressive against Gaslam. KZ, facts. KZ, facts. He got destroyed by Chimaev. Abus gets caught, goes to sleep. Alright, let's see. It was blockhead Gaslam, though. He managed to drop him at least. Yeah. Remember when Pyfer got mad at media member for making a joke about, getting his hairline fixed? I remember when he got mad at Lucas Tracy, too. I remember when Joe Pyfer got mad at Lucas Tracy. That was funny, bro. He's like, I don't know who this YouTuber is, or who this YouTuber guy is. You know what? I don't really care, because he doesn't do what I do. He doesn't fight in the cage like me. Alright, guys. So, Joe Pyfer versus Albus Magomedov. I think this is going to be a very good fight. One thing about Joe Pyfer, guys, is he's 14-3. I don't know if he's as good as I once thought he was. Overall, he's 9 KOs, 2 wins by sub in the first, 1 win by sub in the second, 2 wins by decision, 5-1 overall. He's on a he did do grappling, but he's on a 2-fight win streak over Marc-Andre Barriault and Kelvin Gaslam. You guys know Marc-Andre Barriault is fighting Shara Bullet. He's fighting Shara Bullet this Saturday. We know he lost to Jack Hermanson, but I gave him the first 2 rounds. I gave Joe Pyfer the first and second, and then Jack Hermanson the third, fourth, and fifth. One thing that's good about Joe Pyfer is he does have that nuclear option. He just hits you and your lights will go out. And when Joe Pyfer knocks you out, it's brutal. I do like that submission win over Abdul Razak Al Hassan. He submitted Abdul by arm triangle. I don't know if he dropped him, but he did end up having Abdul flat out. And he actually ended up getting him in a very good arm triangle. Just in case you can't finish Abus. I know Abus got finished by Strickland. But this Abus is a different Abus. He's 4-2 in the UFC. This is not the Abus that, just came into the UFC and his second fight he lost to Strickland. This is a different Abus. This is alter ego Abus. This is Abus, final boss Abus. He's on a 3-fight win streak beating Wally Alves. You guys know Wally Alves he submitted Colby Covington. Wally Alves is the GOAT. I believe Wally Alves has a win over Colby Covington by submission. Yeah, right here. He submitted Colby Covington at UFC 194, Aldo versus McGregor. Damn, Colby. But obviously, Wally Alves is nowhere what he used to be. Bruno Ferreira and Michel Pereira. I like Abus. You know one thing that I might like? Oh my God, hang on. What's good, DIC? What's good, my guy? Bro, I'm so sorry, bro. I gotta put you in a timeout, bro. I'm sorry, my guy. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alright, it was blockhead facts. I remember when Pyfer got mad at the media member facts. When he tapped, he was in panic mode facts. The Hermanson loss. Bro, who the fuck does this shit, bro? The Hermanson loss aged well. He was pointing up RoboCop until he got slept. Yeah. That's facts. But I will say Hermanson is not that good. In my opinion. I don't think Hermanson is that good. No tap, go to sleep. LOL. Crazy Pyfer doesn't wrap his hands. Hits like a truck. Oh, he doesn't? I think I saw something like that. Shara, fun to watch, but he's peaked. I don't see him top 5 at all. Let's go. I don't see him top 5 at all. Sorry, guys. I got a little thrown off. Pause. 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 Abus ain't him. Joe Pyfer going to walk in there like he's the main character. I like the over 1.5 in this fight. I know a lot of people are probably going to think maybe Joe Pyfer knocks him out in the first round. You know, Joe Pyfer has heavy hands. He's very good at what he does. 5 TKOs in the first, 4 TKOs in the second round. I like the over 1.5. I'm going to go Joe Pyfer, but I don't think Joe Pyfer is as good as I thought he was. Or maybe he needed that performance against Kelvin Gastelum. But can you imagine if he fought Kelvin Gastelum when he was sick? Like, you remember when he had a tummy ache? He probably would have lost that night. Or maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he would have won by split. Alright, so let's go. Give me Joe Pyfer by KO on points. And give me the over 1.5. Alright, let's go. Alright, Merab versus Corey Sandhagen. This is going to be a banger scrap. This is going to be a banger scrap. Fuck. Bro, I'm not going to lie. That thing with the dots is actually kind of funny. Okay, so let's go. Sorry, fun to watch, but he's peaked. I don't see him top 5 at all. Damn. Damn. Abu saying him, Joe Pyfer gonna walk him down like he's the main character. I'll see. I agree. To somewhat. Oh. Pyfer turning off his body cam for this one. I don't have a lean here. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. I recommend you use an ad blocker or use Brave Browser. It's a VPN. It's built in already. I know I probably can, right? So I use an ad blocker, but not for Tapology, not for this, because I don't know why. I'm just kind of lazy, but I'll definitely get one. I'll definitely get one. It has a VPN built in already, so maybe I'll just use this then, the browser, Brave Browser. This is a better browser. I'd rather use that. Alright, so let's go. Corey versus Merab. Guys, I'm getting a fucking pimple right here, and it fucking hurts because of my hat. But, you know when Conor... That was actually fun. Last week was fun with the Conor McGregor stuff. Last week was actually fun. Last week was fun, man. You guys remember when we were talking about Conor McGregor? And we were talking about the weight? That was fun, bro. Alright, so, Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. This is a rifle meritocratic fight. I do think that this fight should have happened. You know, it should have been happened. But let's look at the rankings. I know I already have it typed up. I have it typed up here. Bantamweight. Pantoja. Corey Sandhagen's number 4. O'Malley at number 1 makes no sense. O'Malley at number 1 contender makes no sense. I think he should have dropped down. But I believe O'Malley's going to be fighting Umar. I think O'Malley's going to fight Umar in a 3-round fight. I'm not sure. Alright, so Corey's number 4. Merab's the champion. Let's break this down. Let's go. I recommend use the ad blocker, Brave Browser. Alright, bet her not enough. Merab via hugs and kisses. I fucking hate Merab, bro. I fucking hate Merab. Think Merab wipes him easy? What's good, Leo Cooper MMA? Pace is simply too much for anyone against him. That's true. The EPO King, Merab Dvalishvili, is going to be fighting Corey Sandhagen. One thing about Corey was he was a lot more dangerous early in his career. At 18-5-0, I will say he's kind of fighting a little bit more, different. He's a lot different from when he first came into the UFC. When he first came into the UFC, he broke in. He fought in LFA as well. Comes into the UFC, 2019, submits Mario Batista. How good is that win now? That win has aged very well. Beats John Lineker. And John Lineker was doing good in one championship, beats Rafael Assunção, loses to Aljo by sub. Man, this card was crazy. This is where I found out about Corey, right here. When he lost to Aljo by sub, and then right here, around 2020, he just knocks out Marlon Moraes with a spinning wheel kick. I believe this was scheduled for 5 rounds. Yeah, this was supposed to be 5 rounds. Bro, he read Marlon Moraes like a book. And you guys know, Corey was the one that... He's the one that took Marlon's chin. Corey's the one that took Marlon's chin. Look, so he lost to Jose... Look, Henry Cejudo obviously knocked him out. But then he beat Jose Aldo, right? In a fight where, you know, it was kind of a robbery in my honest opinion. But right here, Corey's the one that cracked his chin because, look, he gets knocked out by Corey, knocked out by Rob Font, knocked out by Merab. Who gets knocked out by Merab? Who gets knocked out by Merab? Then he gets knocked out by Song Yadong, knocked out by Shaman Moraes, knocked out by Brendan Loughran, knocked out by Gabriel Bronga. Damn! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy's got knocked out 7 times in a row. Marlon Moraes was him. Marlon Moraes was him back in the day. Corey was the one that destroyed his chin. Obviously, Henry played a factor into that. But I do believe Corey was the one that took away what Marlon once had. Huge W to the Gat King. Let's go, Brendo. Shout out to Brendo Ironside, guys. He has a YouTube channel as well. Very good content as well. I believe he just dropped a prediction video, so shout out to him. Bro, and the fight against Figgy played not that smart. He didn't really play that smart, as smart as I wanted him to play. That Figgy fight was a gift, and Umar beat Sandman already. Merab's emoted like 5 times against Umar with 2 more rounds than Sandman had. Also, big W to Pookie, Hollow J, facts. Shout out to Max Holloway. Shout out to Max Holloway. Facts. But I will say, Merab, he did lose the first 2 rounds against Umar. He did lose the first 2 rounds. I need to see that back. I need to see the rematch. I have to. Bro, I have to see the rematch, bro. Merab got lucky. Alright, give me 1 second. Merab got lucky. Merab got lucky. Alright, so, all jokes aside, guys, Corey Sandhagen is on a tear. He's on a 1-fight win streak, though, beating Davidson Figueiredo. Obviously, the reason why this makes sense is because Merab has fought everybody. He fought Sean O'Malley, he fought Umar, he fought Peter Yan, he fought Song Yadong. No, he hasn't fought Song Yadong. But, guys, in the top 5, almost everybody. Corey Sandhagen is next. One thing I'd say is like a good path to victory to Corey Sandhagen is his fight against... Where's the tab that I just had up? Corey Sandhagen had a fight against Umar. And that fight against Umar, he was doing good. He was defending a lot of takedowns. He was getting up. He was rolling. But he just got tired to when he was striking with Umar. He was already tired. Let me go to MMA decisions. What did they give that fight? I think I had it 49-46. What did they give it? 49-46? Got 50-45? Damn. Alright, I had it 49-46. I thought Corey could have at least won the first. Or maybe he didn't. I had it 49-46. I thought Corey did look very good in that fight. He showed a blueprint in how to defend takedowns, how to consistently get right back up. Corey can get back up, but he does get tired. One performance that I like about Corey was his fight against Peter Yan. He went 5 rounds, guys. He's won 5 rounds multiple times. He was supposed to go 5 rounds with Marlon. Went 5 rounds with TJ, 5 rounds with Peter Yan, and 5 rounds with Umar. I believe he went 5 rounds with Marlon and Rob Font. And this is what I mean when he's not as dangerous anymore. He's not taking as much risk as he used to. And I think, I don't know if that's going to be good or bad in this fight. Because I think the Corey Sandhagen that was throwing these spin kicks, throwing the flying knees at Frankie Edgar. You know, obviously he did get a little bit more dialed back because TJ and Peter Yan were able to beat him. But I think Corey needs to bring back that old style. You know, I think he needs to use all 8 of his limbs. One thing about Corey was, obviously he has a new wrinkle in his game with the wrestling department. Well, against Merab, you guys know that the guy who did the best against Merab was the guy who brung it to Merab. You got to wrestle Merab as well. You can't just accept position. You can't just wait for the takedown and defend it. You have to take him down as well. You guys know with these wrestlers, we got to wrestle back. So I think Corey, obviously the new wrinkle in his game with the wrestling is good. But I will say, I need dangerous Corey back. I need Corey to be dangerous. I don't need this technical... I am safe. I'm going to play it safe. And the crowd is booing Corey Sandhagen. I need Corey Sandhagen to throw something crazy. I'm going to go Merab, guys. Give me Merab by decision. Obviously, he had that nice 50-50 pop. He did have that 50-50 pop where Figgy had to either roll position or else he was going to lose his knee. Or he rolls the other position and then it twists his knee. So that's a new wrinkle in his game. I don't count that. I think they count it as a TKO. Dude, that should count as a submission or something. Because, bro, that 50-50 knee pop is like... I don't really see that a lot. I think he learned that from Ryan Hall. I believe he learned that from Ryan Hall. That 50-50 knee pop is... It feels like a submission because... But obviously he's damaging the knee. I think that 50-50 pop could be good here. I think he could use it on Merab, maybe 4 sweeps. We saw against TJ Dillashaw, Corey did look very good in the sweeping. TJ, he was able to take him down, but, you know, Corey was going for inverted triangles, you know, throwing up sub-attempts. I need that from Corey. I need him to throw everything, throw the kitchen sink at this guy. And I know Corey got tired against Peter Yan. He does get tired over his fights against TJ Dillashaw. He got tired. I don't know, man. I feel like Corey, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You know, O'Malley was able to have success in their first time. You know, O'Malley looked better the first time he fought Merab than he did the second time. I need Corey to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. You can't slow start against Merab. You got to bring it to Merab. So let me know what you guys think. Getting tired with Umar is not a good look. Going against the cardio king Merab, facts. Facts. You the man, Uselyis. Let's go. Brendo. Dana dropped some bangers on us. Facts. Let me check if AJ's going to go live. I think AJ's going to go live very soon, guys. Dana dropped some bangers. Facts. 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 New fight announcement. Got us eating good. Facts. Casual degenerate. Sandhagen says that his path to victory is not to be scared of the grind. He says everyone tries to avoid Merab, but he says he needs to embrace the grind. Bro, I agree, Casual degenerate. Very well said. I thought Dana would announce Aspinall fight and then a bunch of power slap BS, but no. Incredible fights on deck, lads. Let's go, Brendo. I'm going Sandhagen, win or lose, probably a loss, but it is what it is. And one thing about Sandhagen is he's always going to fight smart. You know, maybe the one time where I didn't like Corey perform, like he didn't really perform, was against Aljo, where he got submitted in 1 minute. But other than that, win or lose, guys, he always performs. Always performs. I'm going to go Merab by decision. Obviously, we know Merab has a new wrinkle in his game with the submission. I believe Merab got like his first ever submission. Bro, Merab got his first ever submission on O'Malley. Bro, how bad is O'Malley? How bad is O'Malley's ground game? O'Malley is nowhere near what he once used to be. Alright, give me Merab by decision. I'll go 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47. Let's go. I like Sandhagen, but Merab is on a different level right now. Facts. On another level, let's go. Merab's 3rd or 4th title defense in 1 year, bantamweight GOAT. It's Dillashaw. Dillashaw's the bantamweight GOAT. No, I'm just kidding. It's Merab. Merab, well, let's check. What is his 3rd? I think it's his 3rd title defense, right? 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's his 3rd. It's his 3rd title defense. This guy, man, he's too good. He's too good. Merab by decision. Last time we'll get Merab at dog money was probably Umar fight. Can't believe they made him more than 2-1 favorite against Merab. Can't believe they made him more than a 2-1 favorite against Merab. Facts. That's actually facts. But I will say Umar, I don't know, you know, if maybe I'm coping. Maybe I'm coping, but he did break his hand in that fight. He did break his hand in that fight. He did get tired. The pressure from Habib, yelling against the cage. You gotta go, Umar. You gotta go. Umar will be back. All right, let's go. Who do you guys think wins here? Get your votes in. Let's go. If you guys don't know, Ultimate Fighter is going to be on tonight. It's going to be an absolute treat to watch. I always love watching Ultimate Fighter. One thing about Ultimate Fighter, it's just always fun. Ultimate Fighter is always fun. If you don't know what Ultimate Fighter is, it's basically, you know, the UFC has 2 teams, Chael Sonnen and DC. They put their teammates, they're fighters to go up against each other for 2 rounds. If it's 1-1, it goes to the third round. And this season has been great, guys. This season has been great. Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. Big Ank is back. You guys know what Ank says. Ank says that he's Poaton's daddy. Magomed Ankalaev says that he's Poaton's daddy. You guys saw what Magomed Ankalaev just tweeted? He said he's going to knock out Alex Pereira this time. Let me see if I can find him. How do you spell Magomed? Hang on. Oh, right here. Let's see it. I think it's like Big Ank. What's his Twitter? Guys, what's Ankalaev's Twitter? It's Big Ank, right? My thing is not working. Hang on, I'm trying to find his Twitter. Let me check. You know who Ankalaev reminds me of, bro? He reminds me of Anakin. Big Ank. Oh, right here, Big Ank. Look at what he tweeted, guys. Let me catch up with the chat. Yo, what's good, Grimy? I never understood. Let me catch up. Last time we'll get Merab as dog money was probably the Umar fight facts. Holla Heretic. I never understood how Merab. Guys, drop a like if you guys haven't already. I never understood how Merab has the best grappling game, but no sub threat. Has insane control. Should allow him to hunt subs often. Facts. And we know that he got his first sub, so he's more than definitely gonna try to attempt some subs. He's gonna try to finish Corey Sandhagen this time around. If Merab's team has him training for subs, still we're cooked. He'll turn into Pantoja. Big Ank. Big Ank J. Uselyis, what's good, Grimy? Haven't seen you in live in a few. Figured you were really working on that Conor extendo. How you feeling, little bro? Let's go. We were actually talking about it a little bit earlier. Grimy, it actually works. It actually works. You should try it. Merab is talented enough. He should be getting subs every fight with his takedown and control game. Yeah. Extendo King Uselyis, let's go. Anchor Arms Ank. Anchor Arms Ank. Guys, look at what he said. So, Ankalaev doesn't really get that much likes on Twitter. He should already have 1,000. So he says, Dana White announced my next fight on October 4th. And he says, I'm knocking out Alex this time. There's no other way. Get ready for this big show. This is going to be a good fight. Imagine if he knocks out Poatan. You know he almost finished him the first time. He had Poatan doing the chicken dance. Bro, in round 2, Poatan was doing the chicken dance. I know this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a good fight. But Pereira, you got to get off the fence, Pereira. This guy Pereira's like Jose Aldo. He just gets held against the fence over and over and over again. Pereira can't get off the fence if his life depended on it. I watched Tough tonight with y'all. I've been missing it. Alright, let me give the link. This is where I'm going to be. It's like a fight companion. It's kind of like a fight companion. I'm going to be over here. This is where I'm going to be. Shout out to Crossover MMA. Today's Tuesday, right? We got to make sure today's Tuesday because last time it wasn't Tuesday. Last time it wasn't Tuesday. Alright, today's Tuesday. You guys, give me 1 second. Oh. So you know my barber? My barber, like, he was like, yo, you know, like, yo, you should go to Dominican Republic. Yo, you should go to Dominican Republic. Like, oh, you know, like, they're gonna like you over there, this and that. And I was like, nah, I don't really want to go. He's like, oh, you know, like, you should, like, he tried to put me on with his cousin. So I was like, I don't really know. Nah, I don't really know. And then, he gives me his cousin's number, right? And he shows me his cousin. I'm like, okay, but like something's weird about this. Like something's weird. Like I don't know, something's weird about this. So I'm like, oh, you know, like how old's your cousin? And he doesn't tell me. He doesn't tell me. He just stays quiet. And I'm like, okay, something's fucking weird. And then, you know, like I text her and then I ask her, you know, hey, how old are you? And bro, she's fucking 33, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? So I was like, what the fuck? Alright, let's go. Let's fucking go. I'll give it a shot. Let's go, Grimy. Alex via heel hook. Let's go. I would like to see a heel hook. We gotta see. You know, Tom Aspinall was submitted by heel hook. His manager tweets for him. It kind of looks like he's tweeting, though. It kind of... Ali. It kind of looks like it's him tweeting, guys. Maybe he's using a Google Translate. But yeah. Let's go. Pereira did stuff those takedowns, but it's another quick turnaround. How much is going to change at 37? Damn. And it's in Abu Dhabi as well, so you know the judges are not going to be on Poaton's side. I might be coping, but I think Poaton broke his hand or something in that last fight. He wasn't letting his hands go as usually as he does. Yeah, he did. He actually did break his hand. Hank should wrestle. Yeah, let's see if he can actually get him down this time. Alex via TKO. Alex by 360 tornado flying knee. Damn. It's Wednesday. Did you show her the extendo? No. Bro, I'm using Google Translate because I can't type in Spanish. So I'm using Google Translate. So I'm like, bro, this is so hard. It's Wednesday? Is it? No, it's Tuesday, bro. It's fucking Tuesday. Casual degenerate. 33 not bad, though. That's prime in fight years. Facts. But, bro, it's weird, though. Wouldn't it be so weird? I feel like that's weird. I don't know why. I feel like that's fucking weird. Like, if I'm at McDonald's and I'm like, I'm asking for a Happy Meal. His cousin is dude. 33, that's prime for a guy like me. Let's go. Kind of, let me try to see if I can, obviously not the actual person, but let me see. I'd say kind of like this. Well, let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. Hang on. Kind of like... Hang on. Bro, you know, it's kind of funny because, kind of like this, kind of, or like, kind of like this. Kind of. Obviously not quite. We need AI, but kind of like this. Kind of. But with curly hair, kind of. So kind of like this. Kind of. Alright, let's go. Just pull a Conor, it'll be good. You know how it goes, like, are you a grower or are you a shower? I'm a fucking grower. I had a 32-year-old coworker flirt with me at my old job, had 3 kids with her. Had like 3 kids with her mans, and was just pregnant too. Wait, whoa, you had kids with her or she already had kids? Damn, that's a W, Ivan. Ivan, that's a W. But bro, I was like, no wonder why you don't want to tell me, like, you don't want to tell me. Prime uses. I would have hard at time with the language barrier, accent are tough too. Yeah, I'm using Google Translate. Yes, sir, uses. As long as she don't got kids, wearing the bitch just needs a translator. Facts. All right, let's break it down. Drop a like if you guys haven't already, guys. We're at the main event of UFC 320. Mugamedankalaev is going to be fighting Alex Pereira in the rematch. In a very good fight, very competitive fight as well. Mugamedankalaev is 21-1-1. The only fight that, you know, he went to a draw with, obviously, Jan Blachowicz by split due to leg kicks. The leg kicks were adding up consistently. Mugamedankalaev did lose to Paul Craig by submission. His only loss is by sub, which is actually insane when you look at who he fought. When I look at notable wins, Rakic was a very good win. And he didn't really take down Rakic in that fight, considering Rakic was blasting the leg kicks. Johnny Walker, beautiful win. Obviously, this was the rematch, because the first time, Johnny Walker didn't know where he was. You know, they said, where is he at? And he said the desert. Shout out to Johnny Walker. Obviously, he had that little bit of a skid draw. I thought he still could have won that fight, but, you know, he did come heavy the third, fourth, and fifth. He just was getting chewed up in the first and second round. Beautiful TKO over Anthony Smith. I like his win over Ian Cutelaba. So, the first time, early stoppage. You know, Cutelaba was pretending to be rocked. Early stoppage. Then the second time, he actually finished him. And I feel like Ian Cutelaba had a chance the first time, better than he did the second time. Obviously, we know Marcin Prachnio, a very good win as well. He did get subbed, but that was his debut in the UFC with 1 second left. He could have probably held his breath. But obviously, under the bright lights, 12-1 in the UFC. One thing I will say, if we're on Team Poatan, what Poatan needs to do, you have to start working more knees to the body. More knees to the body. One thing about Ankalaev is he does slow down. Obviously, he has cardio. He has very good control. But you got to start, you know, the leg kicks. Magomed Ankalaev was able to deal with them by throwing forward straight strikes. I think Poatan needs more knees. You need more knees to the body. You got to throw straights. Kind of like Michael. I know this kind of sacrificial because the uppercut, but Michael Johnson was throwing nice straights against Daniel Zellhuber, and he had his body all red by the end of the fight. If we can start touching up Magomed Ankalaev's body, start touching up his legs. You know, Poatan has been knocked out once. He's been submitted once. I believe that was his early career. And then he lost by decision most recently to Magomed Ankalaev. We have to start attacking the body early. 33 versus 38. Father time does get to us all. But I will say Poatan's going to bring it. 50-50. 50-50. And they're all choosing that this fight doesn't go the distance this time. I will say, I feel like you can throw these guys in 10 times out of 10. 100 times out of 100. And I feel like the majority of time, it's more than likely going to go the distance. Just because of Magomed Ankalaev's side, he does have a very good talent at slowing down the fight. Being able to control the fight, slow down the fight. Against Jan Blachowicz, he did take his back and he was able to control. You know, Jan was able to control Alex Pereira. I believe he beat him by split. Alex beat him by split, I believe. Or maybe it was unanimous. He beat Jan by split. Yeah, in a very close competitive fight. I got Magomed Ankalaev, guys. I'm going to go by 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47. But majority Tapology is predicting that this fight doesn't go the distance. They're all saying it's going to end by KO. So pick your poison, guys. Are you guys going to go with the Brazilian? I will say, guys, I want to see Poatan box already. I think he should be boxing. You know, imagine Poatan versus Jake Paul. You know, we have Poatan versus Jake Paul. Or Poatan versus, you know, somebody. You know, Poatan versus Anthony Joshua. I think Alex Pereira is in the time of his career where he should be boxing already. You know, Pereira was weighing as close as to 243, 245. I think that this guy, you know, he does cut a lot of weight. I want to see him box already. As long as she don't got kids wearing this bitch, facts. Just need a translator, facts. She's not bad. Let's go. Paul Craig got away with this one. Got away with another one, facts. She had her own kids. Let's go, casual. She had kids from her past relationships, LOL. She's always joked about asking to get... Damn, Ivan. Damn. That's all you, Ivan. That's some savage... Yeah, facts, Brando. That's some savage shit. Alex didn't look himself last fight. And if we take in the factor that he did break his hand, you know, Alex is probably going to look better this time around. Yeah, that's actually facts, halftime. Halftime, what's good, halftime? I hope you're having a great day, my guy. Where's Orange Cat? Where the fuck is Orange Cat? I'm Bitter Becker. Alright, let's go. Alex didn't look himself last fight, facts. That night, yeah, facts. So Huber fought and called out MJ. His last fight, same card, then MJ won. Oh, his fight and the rest is history. Wow, WMJ. Man, W. Michael Johnson, man. W. Michael Johnson, man. He can beat Khabib. I mean, he can beat Dustin Poirier, and he can lose to Khabib in the same night. Or lose to Nate Diaz. He can beat Habib. I remember when Habib was, oh, let's talk now. I deserve this. I deserve this. And Johnson's like, oh. Facts, Heretic. I hope Alex wins, though. World would be healed. Facts. I'm not going to lie, though. There was a lot of people. It's kind of like Ilya Topuria now. Cole picking Pereira. Let's go KZ. Kevin Holland didn't have the dreads in that weigh-in. And I thought maybe the fight he would have maybe. But he didn't have the dreads and wasn't talking so off. Oh yeah, he was. You know, I heard something that Kevin Holland got knocked out in practice. I don't know how true that is. Same with Mazar Evloev. Anti-entertainment daggies. I said fuck Uncle Live. Bro, this is the guy who's the good guy. This is the bad guy. I'll show you the bad guy. KZ, your hate for Uncle Live is my hate for Merab. Where's Merab? Oh, Merab's on this card. Guys, okay, KZ, let's do this. As long as Merab loses, then I'm happy if Magomed Ankalaev loses. You know, I'll trade a Magomed Ankalaev loss if Merab can lose. We just need Merab to lose. Merab is anti-entertainment. That's Merab. He's anti-entertainment. Merab is boring. Merab is boring. He is anti-entertainment. I think Ankalaev is more exciting than Merab. Way more exciting. Did anyone win parlays last week? 4 legs and up. Don't lie. I didn't. Halftime. Nah, I didn't win shit. But I remember KZ was in the chat. He's like, I forgot what he said about Ryan Spann or somebody. He's like, man, fuck, of course. Of course. KZ has crash outs when Russians start grappling. Facts. Lost 10. Hey, let's go. Brennan, damn right. Facts. Hell no, halftime. I went 10-4 on picks. That's very good. I went 10-4 on picks, but every parlay busted thanks to Sel, Huber, and Holland. It happens. I think we were all on the same boat. Guys, so here I'm going Magomed Ankalaev. Merab means we'll give him a chance. Yeah, facts. We'll give him a chance. I actually like Merab now. He's funny. He's a little war goblin. Yeah. Bad night. I see Holland and Ige losing, so rare W for me. But who the fuck seen Zell Huber coming? WMJ? Facts. W Michael Johnson. I think Merab's grappling is actually fun to watch, in my opinion. Yeah, it's true. And he can actually get the takedown. Magomed Ankalaev can't actually take down Pereira. He just holds him against the fence. Bro, okay, so it's going to be October 4th, 2025. We're all going to be in MMA Experts chat. And watch, KZ's going to be like, man, fuck. Ankalaev is just holding him against the fence. He's just fucking holding him against the fence. Bro, it's actually facts, though. Merab is entertaining outside the cage. That's fair. And we know that somebody said that his manager tweets for him, Ali. So that's fair. All right, guys. Let me give you a review. I'm going Macy Chason by decision. The people's pick, I believe, as well. But some people are on Yana. Edmund Shabazi, I'm going Edmund, but Andre Muniz does have a chance. I'm going Yuri Prochazka by decision, but a lot of people like Yuri by KO. I think Yuri by KO is very nice. Joe Pyfer, Abus Magomedov. I got Joe Pyfer by decision. I mean, KO are on points. I'm going Merab by decision, but he could get a submission over Corey. We know Corey's got submitted by Aljo. And I'm going Magomed by decision. But guys, I think a lot of us want a Politon win. You know, Politon has saved a bunch of cards back-to-back. And it should be, rightfully so. You know, if he's going to end it, if he's going to retire, he should retire on a W. Yeah, I think he should. Merab, a little gooner savage outside the cage. Yeah, he's actually a savage. Hugging isn't fighting. Yeah, that's facts though, KZ. That's facts. All right, so let me check if there's any more news. I'm going to check if there's any more news. Obviously, we're going to go for another 20 minutes. I want to say, man, thank you to all you guys. You guys have been killing it, man. You guys have been supporting. So thank you to all you guys, man. You guys have been giving me a good boost. So this is something we could go over very quickly. 31 fights in the UFC at 33 years old for Max Holloway. Truly a blessing to MMA. Oh, and I want to show you guys something else about Billy Elikana. We can go over winner to ritter. Let me ask you guys. I'll ask you guys what you guys want to do. All right, so RDR versus Whittaker. Quick picks. What's this one? And then we'll go like tier list. Yo, Crypto Jedi, what's good, Crypto Jedi? Hope you're having a great day, Crypto Jedi. You know, Crypto Jedi. You know, there's another guy named Chris Jedi. I got you guys confused. All right, let's go. But I hope you're having a great day, Crypto Jedi. I'm a big Hank hater. Poeton by KO. Let's go. Shut up. Let's go halftime. All right, so look at what this has to say about Max Holloway. Max Holloway's UFC career. He loses to Dustin Poirier, beats Pat Schling, beats Justin Lawrence, beats Larondo, then loses to Dennis by decision, loses to Conor by decision. I believe Conor even tore his ACL in that fight. Shout out to KZ. If you didn't know, Conor actually tore his ACL in the Max Holloway fight, so he had to wrestle. So shout out to Conor McGregor, shout out to KZ. They both are going to come back from ACL tears. Will Chope, Andre Feely, Clay Cotton. I believe he was on a 13-fight win streak. 13-fight win streak, beating Brian Ortega, Jose Aldo twice. Beautiful resume. And then Dustin Poirier broke his 13-fight win streak. And he beats Frankie Edgar. Kind of over the hill, Frankie. Loses to Alex twice, but in the second fight, I thought he could have won that fight. Beats Calvin in UFC Abu Dhabi during COVID, where he put a beating on him. Beats Yair Rodriguez. Also, in the Apex, very good fight. Yair landed a very nice elbow up. I forgot how Yair threw. He threw it like this or something, and I remember seeing Max Holloway's head go up. He ate that. And Max was forced to wrestle in that fight. Loses to Volkanovski the third time in the most clearest decision win, other than the first time Volk fought him. Beats Arnold Allen, Korean Zombie, beautiful KO, Justin Gaethje. Loses to Ilya Topuria, and then beats Dustin Poirier. Man, I don't know if there's a better resume than this. I mean, obviously, Ilya has a very good resume as well. But let's go. All right, tell me what you guys want. You guys want the Whittaker? We can easily go over this card. I want Olives versus Holloway. I feel like Holloway would beat him originally, and I think he beats him in 2025. I want Olives versus Holloway. I feel like Holloway would have beat him originally, and I think he beats him in 2025. I think something happened to Oliveira, right? His esophagus. So, you know, it does make sense, but I feel like, guys, I feel like Charles is done. I don't know why, bro. I feel like Charles Oliveira is done. He's done, bro. You guys know there's a stat that after you... We're going to break down the Whittaker card, guys. We're going to break it down. Let me just exit out these tabs. You know there's a stat that if you lose to Ilya Topuria, like, you win your next fight? Like, obviously, most recently. The more recent guys. If you lose to Ilya Topuria, you win your next fight. Josh Emmett. Look, let me show you guys. There's a stat, I think. Let's go, Crypto Jedi. Yeah, I've seen enough. Give Michael the Menace Johnson a title shot. Michael Johnson is him. I like that thing that he does where it goes like this. Michael Johnson title shot. I feel like Oliveira is done. Give Ilya Mike the Great Johnson or CM Punk facts. Guys, so look, there's like this thing. Okay, Charles Oliveira, obviously we know he got knocked out, but there's this stat that everybody who Ilya beats, obviously more recent. Let me check if it's true with Bryce Mitchell. Yeah, okay, so I think from Jai Herbert and up, I think everybody who's lost to Ilya Topuria has won their next fight. From Jai Herbert and up. Bryce Mitchell, Josh Emmett won his next fight against Bryce Mitchell. Yep, against Ilya Topuria. By the way, how did Josh Emmett survive? Alexander Volkanovski won his next fight. Max won his next fight. And we're going to see if it's true with Charles Oliveira. We're going to see if he wins his next fight. All right, so let's break down UFC. But I think Oliveira's done. I think he's done. I think he needs a retirement fight. Luma Lukbomi versus Alexera is going to be a banger. Let's break down UFC. By the way, I was going to break down this card as well. This card is stacked. After UFC RDR versus Whittaker, we got August 2nd, 2025. By the way, Dana White Contender Series is going to be on fire. In August, we're going to have a fight every Tuesday and every Saturday in August. So shout out to August, my birthday month. So it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And I can't wait for this card as well. You know, Taira always fights in August, more than likely, more of the time. That was my back off. We know we got lucky. Bashi is back at 140. He's making his debut at 145. Austin Bashi. Yeah, right here. He's fighting. He was supposed to fight Francis Marshall, but I think Francis pulled out. So Bashi's going to need somebody to fight at 145. All right, so let's break down Whittaker versus RDR. You guys know I already uploaded my full picks, but this is the newly updated picks. Let's go. That makes sense to me. Let's go. There was no official injury for the original fight. I love Olives, but I think he knew he was going to lose. If anything, he had a panic attack or backed out. That's interesting. I'll watch it back. Let's go halftime. When I saw Ilya Taporia knock out Volkanovski, I felt like I saw... Get shot him. KZ. Bro, KZ's actually funny as fuck, bro. Alright, guys, so we got a 12 fight card. We know we're coming off of a 14 fight card. A very high card. You know, the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. But you know, one thing about reaching rock bottom is that there's only one way up, and that's up, baby. We're going to break down this 12 fight card. We got Ultimate Fighter in 20 minutes, so let's do it. Quick picks, let's go. If you guys haven't, just give me a like. Let's go. I do this every Tuesday. Let's go. Any criticism is appreciated. Anything you guys want me to work on is appreciated. Let's go. All right, Martin Buday versus Marcus Buchecha. Now, Marcus is a very good fighter. I will say he did have a loss by decision most recently, and I recommend you watch that fight. You know, Mike Finch and AJ were breaking this down yesterday. Shout out to Mike Finch. Mike Finch mentioned something that I also saw too, where Mike Finch said Marcus Buchecha was in top mount against Umar, and he ended up kind of like Cortavius Romias. You guys know when Cortavius fought that guy, the prospect, Cortavius would go from top mount to try to attempt a triangle. So this guy was in top mount, and he went for an arm bar. And I thought that was pretty silly, pretty, you know, something that you'll learn from. One thing about Martin Buday is he did lose to Shamil by KO. When we look at Martin Buday, though, he's tough. He's only got knocked out once. And his only other loss is by decision to Juan Espino. Juan Espino, 10-2. Shout out to Juan. Shout out to my guy, Juan. Marcus Buchecha, on the other hand, is 5-1. He has 4 subs in the first round. Very impressive overall. 1 TKO in the first. One thing I will say, though, guys, is the longer that this fight goes, Martin Buday might be able to pick apart Marcus Buchecha. Marcus is tough. Marcus is making his UFC debut. Welcome to the UFC, my guy Marcus. 6'3", 80-inch reach. You better use it. 6'4", 77-inch reach. 33 years over is 35. Give me Marcus Buchecha by submission on points. I'm going to go Marcus. Low confidence because if this guy's in full mount and then he goes for an arm bar, I'm done. Do not pull a Cortavius Romias. Please do not, my guy. Please do not. Let's go. Ilya knocking out Justin and submitting Armin. Damn, man. His resume is already going to look absolutely insane. That makes sense to me. I'm glad you like it, casual. We'll see if it's true after Oliveira fights. I want Michael Johnson to get a title shot. Who is Charlie fighting again? Well, they wanted Charlie to fight Max Holloway, but I was like, I think that's too early. I think it's too early, and Max is going to piece him apart. I think Dustin's a better striker than Oliveira, so if Max... I think Dustin's a better striker than Oliveira, so if Max fights Oliveira, I think Oliveira might get pieced up bad. I feel like useless fights like DDP or DeRitter facts. I get dropped by Gerald Mearshart. I got my striking bad. Max Holloway versus Patty for the title shot, for the shot at the title. I think it makes sense. It's crazy that we live in a world where that makes sense. I'm hyped for Buchecha's debut. I like some elite BJJ. Let's go. Buday is mid. I agree. We need Armin versus Patty and Holloway versus Olives. Perfect. Bro, you're trying to kill Oliveira, though. You're trying to kill Oliveira. My boy Oliveira, man. He's done. All right, let's go. Let me just take a sip. Guys, we've been going for a minute. All right, let's go. Muhammad Yahya is back against Stephen Nguyen. One thing I will say, let me get the poll. A lot of people are like, oh, Stephen Nguyen, just because they're fading Muhammad Yahya. Guys, Muhammad Yahya keeps on fighting he keeps on fighting in Abu Dhabi for a reason. You guys know Muhammad Yahya shouldn't even be in the UFC. But he's fighting in Abu Dhabi because Abu Dhabi needs people from their area. And guys, eventually, Muhammad Yahya is going to get his first win in the UFC. He's 0-2, but guys, can you imagine if they just rob Stephen Nguyen? It goes to the distance and they just rob him and Muhammad Yahya gets his first win in Abu Dhabi. We saw Renat get a robbery win over Carlos Leal. Charlie O getting slept by Max. Bro is trying to send Charles out bad. I know, I want Charles to have just one more fun fight. I think he's done already. I think his prime is over. Fucking hell, I got mosquito bites, bro. I got mosquito bites all over my arm. That's one thing about the park that I don't like. The mosquito bites. Bro's trying to, yeah. It's not our fault. We'll give him Chandler after or something. Bro, Oliveira's going to have some crazy CTE. I love Oliveira too. Let's go. Alright, so Muhammad Yahya, I think he's going to lose this fight. He's 12-5. I think eventually he's going to get cut from the UFC. But if we're going to look at his bread and butter, guys, it's his knockout power. He does have a great win over Uselyis Taira. Obviously, it was by decision. But right here, guys, he also has an arm triangle choke in round 5. You know, if you're going for 5 rounds and you're going to get a finish in the 5th round, that shows that you can get a finish in almost I don't want to say every round, but if you can get a finish in the 5th round, you have some pretty good cardio. I will say, Muhammad Yahya has just been fighting the who's who. Losing a decision to Trevor Peek is a massive red flag. Massive red flag. And he's been a little bit inactive, guys. Since 2023, he's fought he's fought twice since 2023. Since 2023, actually, he's fought 3 times. He did lose to Kyle Fernandez by KO. But guys, Kyle Fernandez just got GOOOOO Kutseladze. He just beat GOOOOO Kutseladze. And he's the reason why GOOOOO Kutseladze got cut from the UFC. So, give me Stephen Nguyen by KO or on points. I'm going to go Stephen Nguyen by KO. I'm going to go 2nd round TKO. Let's go. As soon as Max points to the floor, Oliveira just going to stand there like a deer in the headlights. Facts. And Oliveira always goes like this. He always tries to grab the collar tie, and he always tries to throw an uppercut. Bro, he always pays for that. Every time Oliveira throws an uppercut, it's so open for the hooks. If you saw my breakdown, I think Nguyen's power is going to be too much for Yahya. I did see a little bit of it. Oh, wait, no. I was watching your recap. I did see your recap. I want to watch your... You know what? I'm going to watch your thing later tonight. I'm going to give you a quick shout-out, Brendo. Let me give you a quick shout-out. Shout-out to Brendo. Brendo's actually funny. Brendo said something about Diddy. I forgot what Brendo said about Diddy. But Brendo's funny. Guys, go subscribe to Brendo. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go, guys. Give me a like if you guys haven't already, guys. Let's go. I love all this, but damn, fuck it. Give him Max or Ilya again. Damn, halftime. I always have to remember that Abu Dhabi judges are extremely biased. Facts, casual degenerate. Facts. Kekwa, let's go. Muhammad Yahya. My bad, I didn't mean to hit the mic too hard. I'm going to go Stephen Nguyen by KO on points. My guy, Brendo, is going by KO. You guys heard him. Brendo said, if you see my breakdown, I think Nguyen's power is going to be too much for Yahya. He's going Brendo by KO. Let's go. I agree. Now, Aibo Awesome versus Billy Elikana. I want to show you guys something about Billy Elikana. I want to show you guys something. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm going to show you guys something really quick. Aibo Aslan got fraud checked. He got fraud checked by Ian Kutalaba. Bad. Aibo Aslan got fraud checked. Let me see. I can't grab this thing. Okay. By the way, 6 best bets in lock of the week comes out tomorrow. Let's go. But Billy Elikana did pretty good on his UFC debut. He just got tired. He got tired and he kind of quit. I'll show you guys. Look. Let's go to more. Bookmarks. Bookmarks. Guys, look at this. I don't want to play. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. So this is Billy Alicana's last fight. Look at this. Look at this. So I'm going to play frame by frame, but he's like he's leaning, right? He's leaning. So he goes for that, right? And he's on his floor, he's on his ass, and Bogdan Guskov lets him up, right? He lets him up. And then he lets him up, and Billy just stays there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you look so good in the first round, and then he just stays there, and then he's like, you know what? Let me just grab him. I'm just gonna, And he just choked him out. So I was like, bro, what was Billy Alicana doing? He was just like in Anthony Smith position. Appreciate the shout out. Let's go, Brando. Olives was saying he wants to return in November/December and mentioned oh yeah, he did say that. But Oliveira, you gotta chill, my guy. And mentioned Holloway, if it happens that soon, he probably gets knocked out, but that's perfect to set up Holloway to Poirier too. Damn. We got to sacrifice one for the other. I really shouldn't be voting on these polls. I haven't heard of most of them. Go with your gut. Majority Tapology is going Billy. And I think it does make sense. Guys, because Billy was looking good in the grappling position. Obviously, up until he got into that position where, he kind of, I don't want to say he quit, but he didn't have no more gas. I don't know if it was on short notice, but it was his first fight in the UFC debut without Dana White Contender Series. He just jumped right into the wolves, kind of like Aaron Pico. By the way, guys, let me show you guys this. I just gotta, now that I mentioned Aaron Pico, look, UFC 319 doesn't have a co-main event. I think UFC 319 co-main event is gonna be, excuse me. I think the co-main event for UFC 319 is gonna be, it's going to be Aaron Pico versus Movsar Evloev. I'm calling it. I'll call it right now. Hernanov called Aspinall versus Rogan. I'm going to call the co-main event of UFC 319 is going to be Aaron Pico versus Movsar Evloev 5-round co-main event. I'm going to call it right now. Let's go. Alicana blockhead. Can't even save him, bro. Sells like hotcakes. Yeah, he does. You're going Billy? I'm not going Billy. I can see a path to victory for Billy. He's very good. He did look good in the grappling department his last time out, but I'm going to go Aibo Aslan by KO. One thing about Aibo is this guy got fraud checked bad. Guys, look at Aibo's both losses. Both of his losses are by sub. He got submitted once in the first and once in the second. First time he got submitted was against Anton Tricoli. You guys remember this guy? Man, this guy is ass. Man. Anton Tricoli is... Bro. This guy is bad. Turkali or Anton Turkali. This guy is bad. Aibo Aslan has a massive hole in his wrestling department. He just knocks everybody out, right? So he's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight KO streak. One of his best wins right here, Rafael Sequeira. We know Rafael Sequeira just got knocked out by Modestas as well. This guy just loves to get knocked out in round 1. But I will say, Rafael Sequeira's alright. He's alright, But against Ian Cutelaba, to be getting grappled by Ian Cutelaba, we know Ian Cutelaba has lost to... He lost to Modestas Bukauskas by split, but he also lost to Johnny Walker by sub, Ryan Spann by sub, Khalil Raunchy knocked him out, but I don't really consider Ian Cutelaba a threat. I don't really think he's that. Obviously, he's a powerhouse. He's finish or be finished fighter. Give me Aibo Aslan by KO. But if this guy... Oh my gosh. I'm not going to have him in all my parlays. Because he's probably going to get taken down. But I'm banking on Aibo Aslan to weather the storm. Come back and knock him out in round 2. I'm going to go Aibo Aslan round 2 KO. Round 2. Low confidence. I agree. I'm picking Aibo, but low confidence facts. I agree with you, my guy. I agree. All right, let's go. We got to hurry this up. Ultimate Fighter, guys. Ultimate Fighter. Let me give my boy Crossover a shout-out. Oh, shout out to Bodak, guys. Bodak actually gave me a raid, guys. So shout out to Bodak, guys. I want to give a big big ups to Bodak. Big ups to Bodak, guys. Bodak, shout out to the Bodak show, man. Bodak, you're a beast. Let me go back here. I was actually watching Bodak earlier today. I'm going to give Bodak a shout out, but let me give Crossover a shout out real quick. Because I'm going to be in the crossover stream. Where's crossover? Alright, let's go. Alright, peace out, Uselyis. Peace. Halftime. I'll see you in Parlay's chat. You know we always have a good time, my guy. I'll see you in Orange Cat's chat. I'll always see you. Peace. Thank you for being here, my guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my guy. Till next time, thank you, my guy. We're about to wrap up, so you came in for a while. Thank you. You're going Billy. I'm picking, yeah, I agree. Hollow Heretic, Eyeball, big meaty hooks, facts. Quitter versus Quitter. Bogdan still look good, though. Just keeps coming like a Terminator, facts. Throw some respect on the Pleasure Man's name. He's not good. Yeah, I forgot his name was Pleasure Man. Verna Flashlights. Dana Pink Blow Up Dolls. And McGregor weights now on sale. Let's go halftime. Peace out. Let's go. Guys, you guys know halftime. He's selling them. Guys, go show some love to halftime. Amanda Ribas versus... I gotta hurry this up, guys. I gotta hurry this up. Let me end the poll. Shout out to Bodak, man. Bodak's a G. Bro, I actually like Bodak. Alright. Tabitha Ricci. Tabitha Ricci versus Amanda Ribas. This is going to be a very good fight. I will say one thing about this fight that's very important, guys, is the gyats. There's going to be gyats all over this card. Casual Degenerate says, peace to halftime. Peace, halftime. We'll see you very soon. Guys, with this fight right here, I'm going to give a quick breakdown. We know Amanda Ribas, like KZ says, more technical striker. Maybe she's the more well-rounded striker. We know Amanda Ribas was able to take down Rose Namajunas. She's on a 2-fight losing skid. But Tabitha Ricci's on a skid as well. Not skid, but she is coming off of a loss to Yan Shannan. She did manage to, I don't remember, she did get outclassed by Yan Shannan. She was getting outclassed in the striking department. But I remember her being able to at least hold her for a little bit. I don't remember exactly. But I do remember she held her against the cage. I don't remember, maybe I'm wrong. For a little bit. One thing about Amanda Ribas is I think she's chinny, guys. She got knocked out once in the first, twice in the second, so she got knocked out 3 times and submitted once by Mackenzie Dern. Lost by 2 by decision. Guys, you guys remember that fight with Macy Barber? I don't know why. Even against Luana Pinero. Amanda Ribas' nose was leaking. One thing about Amanda Ribas is she does leak. She starts leaking like crazy. Like her nose just starts pouring, like Dustin Poirier against Issa Makhachev. She just starts leaking. And Amanda Ribas, you know, kind of like Jack Hermanson, RoboCop. How RoboCop, I don't know, like his scar tissue, like it was all bloody. I'm like, damn, RoboCop. Like these punches don't even look like they're doing damage. That's the same thing with Amanda Ribas. She kind of leaks easy. But she is more technical. You know, she's always moving, you know. She's never staying still. She's always jittery. She's always, You know, Jacob from We Want Picks. That's his girlfriend. I'm going to go Ricci, guys. Give me Ricci. Ricci to be the more athletic, more forward pressure fighter. Establish herself. You know, one thing, you know, I know a lot of people hate this, but cage control. Ricci does have very good cage control. Against Angela Hill, she was able to win. I know a lot of people gave it to Angela Hill, but Angela Hill was getting held against the fence. I know Ricci doesn't get the takedown. She can't really get the takedown. And a lot of her fights go to split. In fact, guys, not a majority, but she went to split twice. She always has a close fight. Give me a Ricci for the dub to hold Amanda Ribas against the fence. Throw some head over arm throws. You know, uppercuts, collar tie clinch, elbows in the clinch. Get dirty. Get ugly. Ricci. But if Callum Walsh is in your corner, I'm fading you. If Callum Walsh is in the corner, I'm done. Alright, let's go. Ricci for the dub. Fights go in the distance. Let's go MJ World. Let's go. Gyat King. I will say, there was this guy his name was Top Gooner. I'm the Top Gooner. I was like, damn, bro. This guy's the final boss of gooning, bro. The final boss of gooning. Top Gooner. I'm like, damn. That guy's the ultimate boss. The final boss. Alright, guys. Who wins? My bad, guys. Had to blow my nose. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I'm going to go a little bit faster because we got a little bit of time. Damon Blackshear versus Davey Grant, guys. I'm going to go Damon Blackshear by submission on points. I think Damon Blackshear should be able to win this fight. Obviously, it's a very close, competitive fight. One thing about Damon Blackshear was, against Cody Gibson, he was having a little bit of issues facing adversity. Davey Grant, coming off of a very good win over Roman Tavares. one thing about Davy Grant is you can feel his presence. You know, he's very, he's 39 years old, but you can feel his presence when he's in the cage. Who remembers when this guy submitted Rafael Assunção with an inverted triangle? This guy, Davy Grant, I think KZ, he reminded me of something that I didn't remember. I think there was a foul in this fight that ended up separating them, I think, or something. And then it ended up making Davy Grant have a little bit more success. And he got Rafael Assunção wrapped up. And, man, that was one of my favorite performances ever. I'm going to go Damon Blackshear, guys. One thing about Damon, though, is he does cut a lot of weight. And he does get rocked a little bit. Sometimes he gets, like, hurt. And then he has to come back. I don't like it when Damon Blackshear has to lose the first round. He has to play catch-up. I need Damon Blackshear to start off right off the bat and then go, go, go. Damon Blackshear by submission on points. Let's go, my guy, Damon Blackshear. How are you? Yo, what's good, Jesus Christ? I hope you're having a great day, my guy. I hope you're having a great day. How are you? How are you? Muslim Salikov, guys. This is Master Shifu, guys. You guys know Master Shifu? Master Shifu versus Carlos Leal. I'm going to go a little bit faster, guys, because the Ultimate Fighter is about to start. Master Shifu. You guys know Master Shifu, the king of Kung Fu. That's Muslim Salikov. This is Muslim Salikov, guys. This is Muslim Salikov. Fuck. Wait, I hope I didn't leak anything. I don't think I did, right? Hang on, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't leak anything. Oh, okay, I didn't. This is Muslim Salikov, guys. What's up, Jesus Christ? Let's go. Guys, so with this fight, guys, I'm going to go quick. I'm going Carlos Leal. Give me Carlos Leal by KO on points. Muslim Salikov has that beautiful spin kick over Kenan Song. He's on a 2-fight win streak, surprisingly, at 41 years old, man. The OGs are running it. The OGs, one thing about the OGs is they're hanging in there. Carlos Leal has pimples all over his back. Pimples all over everywhere. Give me Carlos Leal by KO on points. Let's go, my guy, Carlos Leal for the dub. Let's go. I'm just trying to go a little bit faster, guys. I feel like Muslim being slept on odds-wise more than definitely. And you know, if he wins the first round, the live odds are going to be probably dead even. Probably dead even. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit faster. Just because, you know, I missed a little bit of the Ultimate Fighter last time. So I'm going to give you guys my quick picks. Don't worry. Bryce Mitchell versus Said Nurmagomedov. Right now, I'm going Bryce Mitchell. One thing I will say, guys, is Bryce Mitchell is a guy who does get finished, guys. He just gets finished, guys. He's never lost by decision. He got subbed twice in the second, lost by TKO. And Brad Katona in the exhibition bout, guys, he submitted him in Ultimate Fighter by rear naked choke round 3. Ilya Taporia submitted him as well. And John Silva submitted him. So he got submitted 3 times. If you're counting the Ultimate Fighter. I know Saeed's probably going to look better in the striking department. Give me Bryce Mitchell for the dub. 30 years old versus 33. I'm counting on that weight cut to be smooth, quick, and easy. I'm going to go Bryce Mitchell for the dub. Let's go, my guy, Bryce Mitchell for the dub. Let's go. Now, next fight, Nikita Krylov. Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Guskov. This is going to be another fight as well that I am very excited for. I'm on Bogdan Guskov, but we have to mention, guys, that Krylov can definitely wrestle. He can wrestle Bogdan Guskov. We know Uzdemir fought both of these guys. Uzdemir, send the link. For what? My bad. For what, Casual Degenerate? I feel like Muslim being settled. Yeah, facts. So, send the link. The crossover thing. Let me send it to you. It's right here, guys. Sorry. I think it's this. Yeah. Alright, guys. So, I'm going to go Bogdan Guskov. I'm going Bogdan Guskov by... Give me Bogdan Guskov by decision. What am I saying? Bogdan Guskov by KO. By KO or sub, inside the distance, ITD. Bogdan Guskov for the dub. But Krylov definitely has a path to victory in the wrestling department. Let's go, my guy, Bogdan Guskov for the dub. Let's go, Bogdan Guskov. Sorry if I'm letting the polls go by fast. I'm sorry, guys. Let's go. I don't want to miss this Ultimate Fighter. Not this one. This one's going to be a bang. He's already live, guys, so let's go. Guys, this fight, guys, I'm going to go Asu Mabayev. Thanks, bro. Got you. I'll see you there. I'll be there very soon. Taporia and Gio Silva had to sub. They couldn't find the chin. Impressive resume. Bryce, even Emmett lost age well. That's facts. Hello, Heretic. But I will say, if he gets submitted by Seedor Magomedov, I'm done. I don't know what's next for Bryce Mitchell. Send the link for crossover. You're good. Thanks. Got you, Casual. Thank you so much. I'm going to go Asu, guys. I'm going Asu by decision. I think he should be able to win 29-28. One thing about Jose is he does have that power, but he doesn't have that finishing power. You know, he has power. He has those heavy hands, but he doesn't have that finishing power, which is the nuclear option, the Francis Ngannou power. And I think you need that type of power, or you need to land an accumulation. If you're going to beat Asu, just poke his eye. Just poke his eye, swipe his eye. Manel Cap was able to do that. But give me Asu to get back in the win column. One of my favorite wins from Asu is against Mateus Nicolau. He's the reason why Mateus Nicolau was cut. Also Mabayev beat him. Give me also Mabayev by decision. Let's go. Now, main card, Shara Bullet versus Marc-Andre Barriault. I'm going to go whoa. Guys, in my prediction video, I got Marc-Andre Barriault mixed up with, Dustin Jacoby. I thought Marc-Andre Barriault and Dustin Jacoby were the same guy. So, I got him mixed up. Short notice, 2 facts. That's actually facts, Holleretic. Alright, guys, so I'm going to go Shara Bullet. I'm going to go Shara Bullet by 3rd round TKO. One thing about Shara, guys, is he's been having a lot of KOs early in his career, right? He's won by decision 3 times. 4-1 in the UFC, but as he's facing tougher competition, it took him 3 rounds to finish Antonio Tricoli. Massive red flag. Massive red flag. Right here, guys, Armin Petrosyan as well. Finished him in the 2nd round, double spinning back fist, but he did go the distance with Michael Olejniczak. That's why I'm going to go round 3 KO. Round 3 TKO for my guy Shara Bullet. Let's go my guy Shara Bullet for the dub. Sorry, guys. Gonna speed this up. I want to say thank you to everybody being here too, guys. You guys know I'm going to shout you guys all out. Peter Yan versus Marcus McGee. This is a fight where Marcus McGee is going to have to worry about those leg kicks. Just like rack kick. You know, rack kick's always spamming those leg kicks. Peter Yan has the spinning kick. He has the body kick. He has the leg kicks as well. Give me Peter Yan for the dub. I'm going to go Peter Yan by 29-28 unanimous decision. I think he should be able to win this fight, but I will say Peter Yan was in a dark space with that 3-fight losing skid, losing to Aljo, Sean O'Malley, and Merab Dvalishvili. In this fight, guys, I think Peter Yan's title run starts now. Yang Dong and Davidson Figueiredo. I'm going to go Peter Yan by KO or on points, but I'll go Peter Yan by decision, 29-28. And then last but not least, guys, I'm going to give you guys the last one, guys. Last one. Let's go. I want to thank everybody. Let's fucking go. Robert Whittaker versus Reinier de Ridder. This is going to be a very good fight as well. One thing I will say, guys, is Reinier de Ridder is either going to look like a minus 5,000 or he's going to look like a plus 5,000. No in between. No in between at all. Robert Whittaker is very good, very well-rounded, has the 1-2 head kick. He does have a path to victory here. Reinier de Ridder, on the other hand, has 2 losses, but to the same guy, guys. His 2 losses are to the same guy by TKO. Got knocked out in the 1st round and knocked out in the 3rd round. This guy went to go chase him, and if you look at it, guys, he just got exhausted. If you look at it, this guy was huge, and he just exhausted Reinier de Ridder. Reinier de Ridder just couldn't fight back. He just couldn't fight back. This guy already had his number, no shame in that. Now he's on a 4-fight win streak, beating Magomed Murad, Gerald Meerschaert, where he got dropped in that fight. He went to war with Gerald Meerschaert, Kevin Holland, and then Bo Nickel. He's 7-2-1, 3-0 in the UFC. 9 subs in the 1st, 2 subs in the 2nd, 3 subs in the 3rd round. And then he has 4 TKOs, one of them being Bo Nickel, and 2 wins by decision. I'm not going RDR by decision, guys. I'm going RDR ITD. RDR by KO or submission. I think RDR has to finish this fight. You got to bring the pressure to Whittaker. You cannot wait for Whittaker to work. Notable performances from Whittaker. He's won 5 rounds multiple times. Darren Till, one of my favorite performances. That was a beautiful fight. Israel Adesanya the 2nd time. He went the distance with him. Marvin Vettori, Paulo Costa, Ikram Aliskerov, Kelvin Gastelum, and Jared Cannonier. Very good performances. Shows you that he's a very good point fighter. He's a minute winner, and RDR is a moment winner. You know, one thing about RDR is he's either going to look like a minus 800 or look like a plus 800. GOOOOO, thank you so much, bro. Bro, the GOOOOO sent 5 gift. I got to give props to Musical, because I bet you Musical was part of that. GOOOOO, thank you so much, GOOOOO. Damn. Is GOOOOO live right now? Bro, whoa. I bet you Musical had, bro, GOOOOO. Thank you so much, GOOOOO. I'm a massive fan. You know, I've been watching you since day one. I remember when you had beef with Dan Hardy. That was very good. That was very good. Not beef, but I remember when Mark Goddard and Dan Hardy were kind of talking trash about GOOOOO, and GOOOOO came back and he showed them. Shout out to Guru. Damn, bro. This is actually crazy. Guru, thank you so much, my guy. Not musical. Doing just random while live. Let's go, Guru. Guru, thank you so much. I'm friends with musical as well, so I love your community too. Guru, thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate that, my guy. One of my favorite, bro, I remember when you called Maraba Goblin. I remember when you called Maraba Goblin too. Man, shout out to Guru. If you don't know Guru, I'm with MMA experts. Most of my time I spend with MMA experts, but I know you show love to MMA experts a lot. So shout out to you, man. You're the pioneer. You've paved the way for guys like me, Lorenzo, a lot of these guys. You've paved the way for us. So thank you so much, Guru. Thank you so much, my guy. I'm about to wrap up, and this is actually crazy, bro. This is actually crazy, bro. Bro, this is actually crazy. Bro, my favorite. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but bro, when you called out Mark Goddard and Dan Hardy, man, that was my favorite. That was my favorite. No problem, man. Keep doing your thing. Thank you, Guru. I appreciate that. Let me catch up. Jan for the win. Let's go. Guru, thank you. Who got it? Casual Degenerate, KZ MMA, Western Mass Climber, Not in the AM, and Henry Sugar. Let's go. W. Darren Till out-scrambled Whittaker as well. And he did land a very good elbow down the center that ended up dropping him as well. That's crazy. Thanks, Guru, for the support. Thank you, Guru, so much, my guy. I'll keep an eye out, Guru. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate that. Guru, you're a GOAT, man. You're a GOAT. You're actually a GOAT, bro. This is the real king of MMA YouTube. This is the real king of MMA YouTube, guys. MMA Guru's the real king. All right, guys, I'm going to go Rainer de Ritter. I'm going to go ITD by KO or submission. And, guys, that's it. I'm going to give you guys a quick shout-out, and then I'm going to head out. But I want to say thank you, Guru. Thank you so much, my guy. I'm going to give you guys a quick recap, and then I'm going to head out. Damn, that is actually pretty crazy. All right. The people are going Marcus Buchecha. I'm going Marcus. We're going Stephen Nguyen. People agree. Ibo Awesome Billy. I'm on Ibo. People are saying low confidence. Amanda Ribas Tabitha Ricci. It's a close one. I'm going to go Ricci. Blackshear Davey Grant. I'm going to go Damon Blackshear by submission on points. Salikov Carlos Liel. I'm going Liel, but he does have a lot of, he's on something. Bryce Mitchell Saeed. I'm going Bryce Mitchell. And Guru, I remember when you were on Bryce Mitchell too. I remember when he interviewed Colby as well. I know it wasn't too long ago, but bro, that was fun. Guru's reaction to Bryce Mitchell, Gene Silva was funny. Krylov, Bogdan Guskov. I'm going Guskov. Also Mabayev for the dub. Although Jose Ochoa has a chance. Shara by third round KO. Peter Yan, Marcus McGee, Peter Yan, Robert Whittaker, Rainer de Ritter. I'm going Rainer de Ritter. Let's go. Let's go. W Guru, thank you. KZ don't even know he got a membership. Hey, thanks for the gift, Guru. Let's go. He'll flip when he sees it was Guru. Let's go. What a real one. Hernanov, I got the email. Real as fuck. LOL, good shit, KZ. Let's go. All right, guys. I'm going to give you guys a shout out. I'm going to head out. Guru, thank you so much, man. You called me at the right time. Man, shout out to Guru. All right, let's go. Tough hasn't even started yet. ESPN's late. All right, then. Perfect time for me. All right, guys. I'm going to give you guys a shout out. I want to give everybody a shout out, guys, from top to bottom. Shout out to Lit. Shout out KZ. Shout out Ivan. Shout out Hala Heretic, guys. I'll be back next Tuesday. Shout out my guy KZ, Hollow Heretic, Ivan, Tulit, Juiceman 562, Andre, Hernanov, of course, DIC. Shout out to DIC, guys. Jesus Christ, Leo Cooper MMA, Hollow Heretic, Brendan Ironside, guys. Grimy, Ivan. Bro, I can't believe that. Casual Degenerate. Of course, MMA Guru, guys. Halftime. I don't want to miss anybody, guys. KZ, Halftime, Brando Ironside. KZ, Crypto Jedi, Halftime, Hollow Heretic, KZ. All you guys. I don't want to miss anybody, guys. Casual Degenerate, Brendo, MJ World, Jesus Christ, Hollow Heretic, my guys. Thank you guys for all being here. MMA Guru, of course. Thank you so much for the gifted, my guys. Shout out to Not in the AM, Henry Sugar. To the people who got it, thank you, Guru. You made my day, my guy. You actually made my day. Thank you so much, Guru. The GOAT, the real king of MMA YouTube. Let's go. Casual Guru gifted you a sub. Let's go. Let's go. How did I become a member? Yeah, Guru gifted you a member. So you have a little bit of emotes. Let's go. Shout out to Guru. I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. Hollow Heretic. Shout out to all you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Guru again. This is the second membership that Guru has gifted me. Damn. Lucky you, my guy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. God bless. The best is blessed. And God bless you, Guru. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Peace. Guru gifted my MMA Experts membership too. Damn. Damn. Shout out to Guru, man. He's showing love to the entire community. and he paved the way. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey, Ultimate Fighter. Let me shout it out. Ultimate Fighter, guys. I'm gonna be here. Let's go rate him. Let's go rate him. Let's go rate him. Let's go rate him. Let's go. All right, peace, guys. Hey.